Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal.
Hello,
Set a
everyone.
goal. Set a goal. Set a goal. What is your goal? Come on, Red Lip.
Goal is to have some fun tonight.
Yes. Wait, why is this so small? What's going on with my computer today?
I don't know, but welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Sip and Key. Do you want to read our description?
Put
Oh my God.
your blowjos in the chat. Do it now. Do it now. I can. Let me get to it. Put your blow. As we do that, put your blowjos in the chat. Actually, like this one. Welcome to the wonderful world of some of the notorious pop culture feuds, reality TV shows, crime documentaries, and content creator dramas. Sipandki's an original parody comedy commentary series featuring some of the craziest internet controversies, reality shows, crime documentaries, celebrities, bloggers, and infamous internet stars. Busy and Joleen candidly recap. It's very candid. We candidly recap, react, and hilariously parody all of the madness. So go ahead, tell your mother you love her, and let's start the show.
Let's start the show. We have so much mess to talk about today, from P. Diddy to Todrick to the Flea by the Sea. We're going to talk about it all and also catch up with each other. Busy, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm dead. I actually died yesterday.
You died yesterday? Me too. Yep. Or is this heaven?
This definitely is heaven. No, I've been doing really well. Today was a bad day for me. Mentally, it was just a really, really, really bad day for me. But overall, man, it's fine. It's fine. I know what I have to do. You know how you gotta do something and you fighting yourself to not do it? I think that's just where I am. And it's just like, girl, give it a rest. It's time. Because at this point, now I'm annoyed with me, you know? It's different when other people are like, oh my God, busy, you know what you got to busy. But then when you start being annoyed with yourself, now it's like, okay, girl, you gotta give it a rest. Give it a rest.
So you have to do something, but you won't do it. But
I haven't done it yet. Well, clearly. But it's not that I won't do it, I will do it. Okay. There's just so much stuff going on in the world right now that it's a tricky time to do it. Something that drastic that I want to do. It's a tricky time to do it. It's a tricky time to do it. But with the life changes that I've started to make, with or without me wanting to, like this is just not gonna help me in the best scenario. It's not good for my mental. It's not good for my motivation. It's not good for me and how I feel as a person and my capabilities. And it's really time. But I feel like I've rested on the fact that it's simple. Like, I don't like it, but I'll deal with it because it's really not that bad. But at some point, I want to make sure that I'm not losing who I am as a person.
My gosh, this is like quite the crisis, my friend.
Girl, I told you today was not a good day mentally. It was not a good day mentally.
Well, you know what? Lace says, busy, whatever you do, just don't get bangs, because that is usually the go-to. If you're struggling, you get bangs.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. Well, now you have the answer.
Oh my God. You posted a video of you as a little girl. Loved it. I think you should play it right now. Oh no, it has music on it. Oh, copyright infringement.
I know, it's so horrible. But we can put it on Sip and Key. We can make one of you too.
Where are you going to get the stuff from?
I'm sure you have videos. You're a lot younger than I am. You always like to remind me that.
Yeah, but I am
Mhm.
years at least
I
2 centuries.
decades younger than me. I'm the
Um,
oldest woman on the internet, if anyone didn't
to
know.
be honest, you have to be the oldest person in the chat. But also, I'm so jealous of people who have like family memories and memorabilia and things that they can go back to and they remember them. Like Tater Bay, his mom has all his report cards and all that stuff. When I say my parents, my mom doesn't have any of that stuff, like at all. And I tried to keep all of that stuff and I had it in a box. And when I went to college, right when I got finished with college and I was moving into my new place, I wanted to get that stuff. My sister threw it all away. She was like, "You didn't need that." Like I have nothing from me as a little kid at all. No
You're
pictures.
the
Well, I have 1 or 2 pictures that I
hoarders.
saved and stole. But videos, all of that stuff, none of it. My mom, it just
That's crazy.
it wasn't a priority. And I get jealous all the time when I see people who have like videos of them as a kid, as a baby, doing just random stuff, or they have old books that they used to read, or t-shirts and sweaters, because I tried my best to do all of that stuff. And my family, it's just that stuff's not important to them. And I made such a big fuss when I realized that my sister threw out all of that stuff that I had in my room. And it was in a box. It was like Busy's keepsakes. Like, and it was like everything was put in a box. I labeled it and everything. And she was like, "You don't need that stuff." And I made such a big fuss, and everybody yelled at me because they said, You're being so dramatic. It's really not that serious. Why are you doing all of that?" And so I just never dealt with it again. And I think me and Teddy Bay actually talked about something like this today because I posed the question of, when do you think after our child is out of the house, like what's the perfect time to like start to redecorate their room? Because one of my close friends, I remember she was having her wedding and I went to the house that she grew up in. Her parents still lived there. And it was almost like I was walking into an 18-year-old's room and from the 90s.
Oh, that would have been so great if my parents would have kept my old room exactly how it was with like the collage and the 90s. I always see that in movies, like they keep it like a time capsule. But no, my room at my parents' house is now the grandkids' playroom.
But how long did it take for them to say that it's not your room anymore?
3 minutes. I don't know. Not Nana was like, I get this room back. No, I mean, I think they kept it for a little bit, but
you remember
yeah,
what age you were when they were like, "Okay, Joleen, like this is a study"?
Probably in my 20s.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Eddie says you are allowed to feel messed up, up and inside out. It doesn't mean you are defective. It means you are just human. Eddie, that's so nice.
Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, I was really upset. I was really hurt because I've been trying to like hold on to stuff, and I'm really big. I love my family. I love my mother. I think she's one of the strongest human beings on this earth. She did everything she could to raise children by herself and like make sure that we didn't really need for anything. I think she instilled so much in me. And she let it go when she had the other kids. But I want to hold on to that stuff, and I want to be able to show my kids how I was and things for me. And I have nothing. I have nothing. I really only have like Tater Bay and what his family has.
Baby pictures?
Nope.
And your sister threw all of that away.
She threw away everything that I started to hold on to. So from middle school to the end of high school, I started keeping like blue bins or just big bins.
Yeah.
And I will put things that matter to me in them. So like I had diaries. All my diaries were in there.
Oh,
I had like
no.
clothes from trips that I went on. Some of my favorite sneakers that I couldn't let
And
go
what
of
was her
anymore.
reasoning?
Well, after my stepfather passed, my mother didn't want to live in the house anymore, so my sister kind of stayed there, and so it became her house, and so she got to decide what happens with the house. And they weren't doing anything in the room that my stuff was in, but she felt like she wanted to start fresh.
But why couldn't she call you and say, "Hey, Busy, come pick this stuff up"?
I don't think that my family thinks about things like that, or that it matters.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't. I think now that she has a child, she would probably be different. But before then, I think everybody treated me the same way. It was just like, why is it? It's really not important. And our family is not like that. I
But
want
they
them to
have
be so
pictures
bad.
from when they were little?
So yes, they do. That's what my mother was a different mom with them than she was with me. And they have pictures from when they were little, especially my two brothers. Pictures galore, memories galore. We have so much stuff from them. Like they I remember my mother yelled at me for this. Oh, where's that book? Babe,
No,
can
not babe.
you go to the get my photo album off of the entertainment system?
Well, some people are in the same boat. Lazy Buddha says same. My dad sold the family house without telling me, and I never had a chance to get my childhood stuff back. And Becktown says, unfortunately, I have held on to too much of my stuff.
Girl,
So I
keep
get
it.
it. And House of Princess, hey Princess says, I don't really have anything. I know the feeling. I have no memories. That breaks my heart.
Yeah, nothing. And it was my prom. No, the one that was the green one. I can't imagine. I gave my brothers. I bought several Polaroid cameras, right? Because I was looking fresh, okay, and I was going with all my friends, and I gave my brothers the camera to like take pictures, and then people had their family taking pictures, and I gave it to my brother because my mom, she kept trying to fix my tuxedo. What is it called when you bring the camera back to CBS or whatever? I got them.
Oh yeah, when you turn the film and you had them developed.
Yeah, I had them developed, right? All of the pictures were of them.
Oh my God, Busy.
I was so bad, and I was yelling at my mom. She was like, "But they're little kids. It's not that serious."
I was a little kid once too.
But they didn't take any pictures of me. It's my brother going like this. They're like, it's just both of them taking pictures of each other. And
that's your prom?
I had aunts. We were supposed to be taking pictures at my prom. Thank you, baby. I used to be obsessed with SpongeBob. This is one of the few things that I have because I started a photo album. I was like, I want to have to start remembering some things, and I still do photo albums now. I think you're in one. I think.
I better be. I better be. Care Bear says, I've lost a lot of old pictures and memories. My brother has a ton of pictures in memory. I do not. None. PMR says, we lost most of my childhood. Oh my gosh, in a house fire. So I saved a lot for my pebbles. Oh, PMR, I'm so sorry. That's awful. And Lazy Buddhist wants to know if you're related.
We have to be. This is the one photo that we all have together. The rest of them.
Why did you cut it up?
Oh yeah, but I put it like this in all of my.
Oh, in your scrapbook.
In my scrapbook, yeah.
You should be taking a digital picture of like a picture of it, and then that's what I've been doing with my old pictures in my scrapbooks and stuff.
So I started doing, babe, can you bring me the orange one, please? So I have switched the way that I'm doing it now. So I take a lot of pictures and I take a lot of pictures now, and then I get them developed. And what I want to do is each year have a different scrapbook or photo album where every year I can tell when it was taken. I have photos of, babe. Oh, thanks.
Every time you yell for him, I just assume Tay's like, again.
So this year is going to be this orange one.
That's cute.
And
that's a cute picture.
Of all of us. So I take the pictures and then I put them in. Aww. So these are my nieces and nephews, godchildren, his nieces and nephew. These were all their first day of school pictures that I had them send to me so I can make sure that they're here. And then any times that I've had. So the only ones that I haven't had developed yet right now are my Houston birthday trip and everything else. But when we went to go see The Wiz, I have our tickets here.
God, there's your mama.
All of this. This is everything that I've always wanted. This is our Thanksgiving.
Sometimes you just have to create those things for yourself. Once you're an adult, what you didn't have as a kid, the great thing about adulthood is you can recreate that for yourself. You know,
we went to go see The Little Mermaid. We rented out a theater.
Oh,
and we all went to go see The Little Mermaid together.
You have so many friends.
One of my friends came back home and we had the best time ever. And we went to the casino and lost a whole lot of money, but this was the last thing that we had. The person who signed this was our server.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Nana was just in town and she just went back and she left me these on my desk. She was in Laughlin, the Tropicana, and then here,
Buffalo.
Laughlin,
What
Tropicana.
is her go-to game?
Buffalo. She loves Buffalo. She loves video poker. She loves anything that's like boring aesthetically, where I want the things that like shake my chair and scream at me. She's like Buffalo, and I just hate that game because it's just not pleasing.
Well, apparently it is. Apparently it is. And Mims is talking about not losing his virginity at the prom. Mims lost his.
Fingers crossed 2024 will be my year.
No, y'all. He lost it a long time ago in the 90s. What did Portia say to Kenya? You are a slut from the 90s.
You're a slut from the 90s.
But yeah, that's what we're going through. What? That took such a turn. But yes, because I was thinking about you and how you have all of that stuff. And I really I loved every part of it. I watched it at least 3 times. I was like, Joleen looks like she's having so much fun. You had so many friends. You were going in the pool. You were swimming, and you were out just laughing, being like quirky in a bathroom. It was just like, this is so cool. And I'm so lucky to have a friend like you. And it's like you were just growing up like this. It was so cool.
Oh, see, I was excited because, I think kids nowadays, or people like even a little bit younger than us, they have more, digital memories. And my dad did have a camcorder when we were young. And so I told my parents, I go, send me all the videos you have. So they sent me a box.
Yes.
And I went to iMemories, which is a website, and I had them digitize all of our family vacation things that we had. We still can't find all of them. No, this is not an ad. They should sponsor us though. And then when my mom's like, I think that's it. And then when I went back, I found 2 more. Now, sometimes they're my dad's boring fishing trips. And I'm like, oh my God, Paul, bring a book. They're like, look at this guy, the big guy, the Northern.
That sounds so much fun.
But this one says Madden's and New Orleans. Now, I didn't go to New Orleans, but Nana and Papa went to New Orleans, and neither of them were sober. So I bet Nana's tits are on this one. And I don't know what's on this, but I'm hoping something maybe from my video camera when I was younger.
Wait, so what do you have to put it in?
Do you mean when I ship it off?
Oh no! Oh, so you ship it to them and then they take it.
So basically, you tell them how many you have. You request, they send you the box and stuff so that you can ship it, and then they digitize it, and you can pay to keep it stored on their site, or you can pay for them to put it on a disc, or them to put it on a drive or whatever.
Not
so right now,
what you have to put it on something else and giving it back to you and you're paying for that.
Yes, right. And I have so much. And I've been feeling really nostalgic as I get older. And I've definitely been like nostalgic for like the 90s and remembering. It's so funny what your memory, like how your memory will rewrite things, because, a lot, it happens to all of us, where you think something happened a certain way, or you think it almost like, I think it made my relationship stronger with my family watching these. Not that I didn't already love them, but like remembering some of the people, I'm like, oh yeah, you're still an asshole. But remembering just like, oh my God, my parents worked so hard to take us to those national parks. And yes, I did listen to Counting Crows, August and everything after the whole trip. And I was like, run out here, and that must have been annoying. But just seeing me and my brother interact, because now, he's 40 years old with children. And, and I'm in my 40s with. And
we barely see your brother. We only see the kids.
I know. Well, my brother is so different than me. He does not want the spotlight at all. He doesn't have social media. He doesn't do that stuff. He also works in politics. So, he keeps his stealth really.
Yeah, girl. It's a thin line, girl.
It's a thin line. So yeah, he, and my sister-in-law's the same way.
Yeah.
But it's like so nice seeing me and my brother interact and remembering that relationship when we were young.
What's one of your favorite videos you've seen so far? That you're like, oh my God, I forgot all about this.
There's so many, but probably the one a little bit from what I posted recently was my best friend Desiree went with us. She would, when you get to a certain age, you start asking, I don't know if it's just a girl thing, but you start asking, can my friends come on vacation with us too? And we were like 14, 15. And I was like, can Desiree come with? And my parents were like, okay. Cause we were like besties since we were 10. And just like finding her and I like video of like my brother and her and I watching like Home Improvement in front of this box television in like 1993, 1994, when we're at this beautiful little resort where my dad's got his boat and everything. And we're like, we're watching TV. Stop. What are you doing? So it's just like, seeing, my favorite part about it is seeing how different the world is, because we forget that, like, you know, it was so, not to sound cliche, but it was so much simpler. It really was. What's wrong, Teddy? It was just so much simpler then. And before all of this social media and everything, and just like living in the moment sort of, and just how now you put a camera in front of kids and they like know what to do, and they're, you know, but back in the 90s, we're awkward as fuck. We're just like,
we're like, ew, stop, what are you doing?
Or me, I just like turn it on and like, let me take you for a tour of this hotel room, and then I just roast everything in the hotel room. So
you were supposed to be a washed up comedian. Like, it's just always you're supposed to be in the limelight.
Paid for stage time comedian. It was it was what I was meant to do. So that's probably my favorite. So I'll probably be putting more of that stuff up and creating little clips, but these videos are huge, you know, so it's hard to, you know,
they kept all of that stuff, and like there wasn't like a fire or a flood or anything. Like
we've never watched the stuff. Here, guys, go have some treats. I just threw dogs.
What do you mean? As a family?
No, we've never watched these videos, because my dad would just take the video and then we just keep them like this, because he never knew how to put them on VHS or DVD. And I'll tell you, actually, my favorite thing, and my mom and I agree, is I forgot the sound of my grandma's voice. My grandma was everything to us. My mom's mom, just a couple days ago, was 26 years since she's died. I was 18 when she passed, and she was such a big part of our life. But it's amazing that as time passes, you forget the sound of someone. Yeah. And I remember my grandpa, because he lived till, you know, I was almost 30 then. And they were still married when she passed and stuff. So I remember my grandpa's voice, but I couldn't. And my mom stopped remembering her own mother's voice. So I sent my mom, I found my grandma, and my grandma was she wasn't one to jump in front of the camera. She's like, you know, old school. So she was like, oh, Joleen, you know, and I heard her, I started bawling my eyes out. I was playing them and Chell was here, and she goes, hi, Joleen. And it was Christmas, and I was probably like 12 or 13, and I had the video camera, and, you know, Nana's in the background. Did Dad give you permission? Because you don't touch the video camera. That was a big deal. So all of a sudden, my sweet little grandma and her little grandma white perm turns, and she goes, hi, Joleen. And I bawled because I forgot Ethel's voice. I was like, that's my grandma Ethel. Hey, stop. What's wrong with you? Come here. He's like, don't you
He misses grandma too.
Come here. I know he misses. Maybe that's grandma inside Teddy's body. I'm not sure. But it was so, now Buffy's mad at him. She's like, you better be cool. It's okay, you guys. But yeah, so to be able to give that to my mom so she could hear her mom's voice again was so something we take for granted now that everyone's filming everything. Yeah. But Nana hearing her mom's voice, and she saved it to her phone, and she just plays it when she needs it, because, you know, she was such an important part of our family. So that was to me the biggest. Oh my God. Like I was so happy to have that. And that's why I wanted to get these digitized, because I'm like, these are going to sit here forever if I don't just grab them. And I just found a company and I did it. Dad's here. Dad means business. Chell's taking the dogs. He's on grounding now. Okay,
I love that. And I love that you have all of that. I'm not going to say that I'm jealous, but know that I am.
Okay. And know that I'm jealous of your beauty and your youth. So we're even. Short Stack for coming in with the first super chat of the live. Thank you so much, Short Stack, for the super sticker. We appreciate you. You're a beautiful self. We appreciate that. So, wow, this has just been a crazy, messy week.
We never even talked about the fact that man did a video about us.
Your parody was so funny. I did not expect that.
I woke up so upset.
Really?
Two reasons. One, because he said it was about both of us, and he only talked about you.
Why do they only talk about me now? What happened to you? Why am I the star? What happened?
Like, I thought this was about both of us. And the best you could come up with is the fact that I'm gay. There's so many other things. Drag me, Monique, drag me. Like, do what you need to do. And like, it only stuck on you. And then, well, I will say that it wasn't clever, it wasn't funny, it wasn't anything, but it was definitely memorable. Because sometimes I'm cleaning stuff, and not to give the man a shout out, but sometimes I'm just cleaning stuff, and I'm like, she don't use no teeth when she cleans.
What was the
even
song?
understand where it came from, why he did it, what was going on.
I think what's
don't
going
get it.
on is that man is trying to get someone to interact with him because that man's channel's lonely. So I think
that's what Ann and the other lady said, that he's been desperately trying to find somebody to
well, it seemed like that because every day it was a different person, I think.
girl, the next day, because he y'all, we donated for his GoFundMe because he broke.
I
so
didn't.
Well, Joleen did it, but I did it in honor of Sipandki. We gave him $15
He
because
said he's got gout. It's not good, guys.
he was saying how broke that you were and you living in a trailer park, but then he was like, excuse me, I do need money for my girl. I'm talking about my friend in trailer park Karen. Y'all know it was very difficult out here for me. I was kicked out of my home. Well, but my friend is trailer park Karen, but you didn't even got a place to stay, girl.
Man.
So we did donate $15 to make sure that he could still keep his storage.
That was nice of you. What's the storage deal? Because I don't
what is in there.
know what's going on. What do you mean?
What's in there? Busy Bubly. I said this is from Sipandki for your storage with a kissy face. That's exactly what I should post it too. Because Tater Bay said, post that to your community tab. And I was like, no, I want him to know. Keep playing with me. Really keep playing with me. So I gave him $15 and I said, this is for your storage.
That was really nice of you. Yeah.
Somebody say cats are in there.
Not cats. I honestly
extra cats.
I feel bad for that dude. I mean, things are not seemingly going well. I don't really know much about that dude, so I don't
Why do you feel bad for him? Didn't he say, "Oh my God," his claim to fame on the video? He was like, "Don't you know I was on Maury?"
Was he?
I don't know, but also that's not a flex.
Because I got a text from you with the video, and then the next thing I know, I wake up and you have this awesome parody. So I just watched the parody, but it was so funny because I did watch the beginning of his, and but yeah, I kind of feel bad. Like I feel like
he called you everything but a child of God.
No, I get, but it was all very.
He said you are a disgrace.
Yeah, to my Caucasian culture, which is not a culture. But he
said you are a disgrace. Show your Caucasian ancestors. Girl, he called you everything but a child of God. Please don't feel bad for him.
Well, not in a way where I'm gonna I pity him, like not in a way where I'm gonna give him anything or support
we already
him.
did.
But you did.
I took it out your track.
But it's just to me it's giving desperate, and I don't know. I just feel like we don't even know this man. And should I say the drag is cliche. It's like she's a slut and she's not funny. It's like, okay, cool. And you live in
you know what? He didn't call you that.
None of it can be true. Wasn't it something about sucking poles or something? I don't know what it meant.
He did say that you don't use no teeth when you're playing with the meat. But that could have been about it could have been about eating food.
He
talked all about your non-existent career. The thing is, I love when some of these trash buckets say, I don't even know who she is. But then they do a 20-minute rant about your career. But then they
say, my husband, like, what's the read? What's the read? That I have a husband, that I have a house.
Girl, the thing is, he was dragging himself. Yeah, so you have a beautiful, and those were some of those things were not made up. Those were direct quotes. Yeah, you have a husband, he pays for your stuff or whatever, but so what? And I was thinking, is he complimenting her or dragging? Like, where is this video going? To me, you have a husband and he takes care of you, he loves you, or whatever. And I was like, wait, so is this the driver? What is this?
But don't you think that's like it's kicking down? Even if he comes after us, he's kicking down. In my opinion, like it's not. It doesn't make sense. Like I can only be offended if the things were like remotely true. But
they are. You have a husband who supports you and loves you and cares for you. That's to be honest. He said, "And what? So what is that about?"
Yeah. And he doesn't think I'm funny, and that's the thing. It's subjective. You don't have to think I'm funny. That's.
But he thought he was. I mean, girl, please put the shirt down. Put the cat down.
I just hope the best for that man. And whatever gout is, I hope it goes away. I know Bobby Hill had it on King of the Hill, but I don't know what it is.
I was just talking about that. Isn't it expense person? You have to be like rich to have gout, right? Well, I guess if you're on the King of the Hill, you wouldn't.
You gotta have rich to have gout?
It's about what you eat, right?
I don't know.
And there's some foods that
I thought it was like clubfoot. But I don't know what gout is.
I thought only rich people get gout.
Oh,
But that's my ignorance. But I thought it was off of certain foods that you eat. Like you can't be having caviar and you.
I know I don't want it. I don't know what it is, but I don't want it because it doesn't sound fun. So I hope he gets better. In all sincerity, I hope he feels better because that's probably maybe a lot of his problem is medic. I don't know. I don't know anything about this man. Oh, okay. Missy, thank you for coming in. When you get inflammation from, I know I could just ask my husband, from certain foods, usually in your foot.
Has gout?
No, I could ask him what it means.
Well,
you know?
I mean, I guess that's true.
But in your foot, why does it go to your foot? Because I know like with diabetes, you know, things can happen in your feet and stuff. SM said foods rich and fat, like steak and a lot of seafood, beer, that causes. See, that is fancy food.
That's what I'm saying. You have to be expensive stuff to get gout. But he seemed like he on food stamps. I mean, I guess you can get steak on food stamps.
Yeah, you can get anything. House of Princess says a form of arthritis that causes severe pain, swelling, redness, and tenderness in joints. Gout is a complex form of arthritis. Oh, that sounds really painful. Caused by too much uric acid and crystallizes and is deposited in the joints. Oh my God. Oh, chronic cat says it used to be called the King's disease because it's too much uric acid buildup, like from seafood, red meat. So yeah, the King's.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad. I do feel bad. I feel bad.
So we hope you don't have gout, but if you do, we hope you get better from the gout.
Good luck to you, sir.
The only thing I'm worried about is, what is it? A kidney stone. That's my biggest fear.
Oh yeah, you gotta drink lots of water.
Ladybugs and bridges and tunnels.
I've had family members get kidney stones. You gotta drink lots of water because they say when men pass kidney stones, it's like childbirth.
And women do it every day. And my thing is, then I don't.
I just passed one right now. You want to see it? I'm just kidding.
What is it like if a woman passes a kidney stone? I don't want to know.
Which probably because it's through your urethra.
Yeah,
it's very magical down there. You should don't check mine out.
I tried it already.
Check it out because we got lots of holes, baby. We got lots of holes
already. All of them were so bad. I started going with boys. No, I'm joking.
Oh my God.
My exes were here, that would be the worst.
PMR says I'd rather have a baby.
Did a kidney stone?
999.
You don't have to worry about the bill after the kidney stone.
Says my husband has had gout so many times that his toes are disintegrating, and they may have to. Oh, I'm so sorry for your husband. That's horrible.
Be kind. And where is your husband right now?
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine sitting next to your spouse and they're like, this guy right next to me has had it so many times. And it's like, oh my God.
Maybe people are more susceptible to it. Certain people. Daddy's disappointment says kidney stones hurt and you can't even lay in a comfortable position and you have to wait for them to pass, I think. No, thank you. No, thank you. I hope everyone with, all I know is that sounds really painful and I hope everyone with gout gets better. I don't want anyone to have gout.
Amen.
Nobody.
And I think that's fair. I love that for you.
Speaking of gout, have you been keeping up with this Diddy stuff?
Have I been keeping up with it? I'm obsessed.
Okay, so tell me, give us like a little overview. I have some pictures.
I can't give an overview, but I think what's interesting about all of this, let me start from, so you all know that P. Diddy was infamously dating Cassie for a very, 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 very long time. And their relationship was very strange. It was very odd. We didn't understand what was going on. And when she left him finally, and she got with this new man had all the smoke for Diddy. And it was always really strange. Like, why is he so mad at Diddy so much, girl? Like, I just don't get it. I never got it. But then I want to say it was the state of New York, but I could be 100% wrong. So don't quote me. They opened up this the statute of limitation so that individuals who were victim of being essayed or
it was New York. Yep.
They can now file lawsuits against their
where it wouldn't be outside of the time frame.
It wouldn't be outside of the time anymore. So you can still file against them.
Her new man is so cute.
Child, and he got her back 10 tones down. And he always he will write stuff, and I'm thinking, why is he so angry at Diddy? Like it never made sense to me. I never understood why he was so angry. I mean, it makes sense now. So as the days were ending, there was scuttlebutt that was coming, that was going around. So I remember, Diddy stopped being Diddy and he changed his name to Brother Love, and he's all about love now and caring about people, and he loves people, and this is so great. And I was like, okay, I mean, this is weird, but you've done a name change several times before, so who cares? And then from there, he started being, well, I want to say this is kind, but I don't think that it's kind. He gave everybody back their publishing rights, and nobody's
didn't he
listening
have
to Bad
to?
Boy Records.
Didn't, according to Aubrey O'Day, he kind of had to, due to something with Sony or something with whatever there was some reason he kind of had to at some point. And then Danity Kane was going to get like $800, $900 payments. And Aubrey was like, don't. And if they signed this thing that said they would not talk about Diddy, Bad Boy, disparage any of the Combs sons or anything.
It's all of the people, which is what's why I went back so far, because it's so weird. It was you get your publishing rights back. I don't know if he had to, maybe he did, and I don't know that much. I do know that he was giving everybody back their royalties and their publishing. But in what you said, they also had to sign that they wouldn't talk about anything Bad Boy Entertainment related, any of the companies, and then his three sons. Like literally, they were not like the daughters were named.
Yeah.
At least I don't remember the daughters being named. So I thought it was so weird that Aubrey O'Day, she was very vocal. I told the members of my Danity Kane to not sign it. And I was stuck on the fact that why can't the sons be talked to? Like, what is going down so poorly that the sons can't be talked about? There has to be something going on. Fast forward to cut to shout out to what's Karen Huger's friend's name? Jacob Johns, whatever his name is. But cut to Cassie. She put on her lawsuit. It had a lot of information in there. They paid it off very quickly.
Within
had a
days.
producer who helped him put together his Love album, and that man is talking, and he has all types of videotapes, recordings, photographs. For some reason, Cuba Gooding Jr. is a part of this mess. It's wild. It's wild.
Yes. That's Elrod on the left, the producer Busy's talking about, who lived with Diddy for a while being a producer, and also lived on one of Diddy's yachts. And on that yacht is where Cuba Gooding Jr. comes into play, because he is alleging that Diddy basically was offering him up to Cuba Gooding Jr., to which he has pictures, like Busy was saying, of him and Cuba getting real close to him. And this man, Lil Rod, sorry, I keep thinking of L. Ron Hubbard or something. Rodney is alleging that they essayed him in multiple ways. And
I just read that his daughter too.
That he what?
I read today, and this is all alleged, that
was it the 8-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah, they're harassing an 8-year-old allegedly. So this is all alleged, but this is all coming out about Diddy, and Cuba Gooding Jr. is now named in this man Lil Rod's $30 million lawsuit against Diddy that just came out recently after, like Busy said, Cassie's lawsuit was filed in November of last year and settled within days of this. So Cuba's being accused of essay by Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr., who filed the lawsuit against Diddy in February. Jones previously worked for him, like we said. And according to People, while Gooding 56 was mentioned in the original filing, a version of the lawsuit amended Monday now lists him as a defendant. So he was listed, but now he's a defendant in it. And the complaint, Jones claims that the Oscar winner began touching, groping, and fondling his legs, his upper inner thighs, near his groin, the small of his back, near his buttocks, and his shoulders while on a yacht in the U.S. Virgin Islands rented by Combs in January 2023. Jones believes Combs was grooming him to pass him off to his friends. So he he was like, I'm producing your record and you're grooming me to pass me off to your friends to have these freak offs and parties. I was talking to Mims on the phone one day and I go, what the frick is a freak off?
Girl, you know what
I
a
had no
freak
idea.
off is.
I swear on the Lord, I did not know what a freak off was. Is it just an orgy?
More, but for the most
Because
part.
you're basically getting people to do these crazy things.
Yeah,
And now,
because I feel like orgies are more like, okay, it's just a lot of us having sex in the, in the same vicinity. But I feel like a freak off session is you're doing a whole lot more than that, just that. And who knows who is gonna touch whom?
So has there ever been any talk previously that Diddy was either pansexual, bisexual?
All of the time, like for forever. This has been people have been saying this for a long time.
Because I know in the last couple of years or so,
this makes me want to believe in the Illuminati. Like for some reason,
for real.
It's giving Illuminati tease because everything is starting to feel like all of this was going on. All of this. And did you see that video with him and that little girl? Now it seems weird.
Yeah, so now there's video too that's popped up with this Lil Rod lawsuit is just blowing the roof off with so much information, more than Cassie's, because Cassie's, it focused on a lot of things and crazy things, like all the horrific things that were allegedly done to her by Diddy and sex workers and people like that, but also that he had started Kid Cudi's freaking car on fire because her and Kid Cudi might have been interested in each other, because apparently
Kid Cudi said that happened. He blew it up.
Yeah, he blew it up. They have pictures of it. But Diddy's such a control freak, Busy. I guess he did this similar thing with his ex-wife who has since passed, where she was with there's a gentleman that she was dating and he was another after him. It was like a record executive. And allegedly he tapped her phone for years after. And this man ends up dying. So many people around Diddy die. It's like, this is some weird, dark ass shit. And he, this man was telling friends that he was getting really paranoid. Like, people are watching me. And then I forgot how he died, but people keep dying under like very mysterious circumstances. And Jaguar Wright said that you can technically create, because it came out later that she died from pneumonia. Kim, her name was Kim, right?
Kim Porter.
Kim Porter. Okay. The mother of his twin girls. And it came out later that it was pneumonia, but she was like a really healthy woman. And Jaguar Wright was out there saying, well, you can create that. Like, there are things you can give people to make it look like they passed away for that reason.
I don't think she passed away from pneumonia. And she was coming out with a tell-all book.
Yeah, she was just, and half these people are coming out with books or documentaries. So then it took so long with the autopsy that they hired someone, I think, to like look into it further. And then he dies of a heart attack. And then the ex, or the guy that was dating her at the time or whatever, he passes away, I believe, after telling his friends. I mean, and I was down a rabbit hole, Busy, of taking it back.
You could go crazy. But like, I think she had friends who has all of this stuff.
Well, I was taking it back to like early, like I did not know that Diddy went to Howard for 1 year.
You didn't know?
And no, I didn't know anything like that.
No, oh my God, now that I'm about to say this, he did this even when I got there. Like, when the new freshman incoming class comes, like, Diddy sponsors like a weekend of events where he like gets these big buses to like pick up, and for some reason it's only at the girl dorms, to pick up girls from the girl dorms and take them to the clubs. And it happens like when freshmen come, and it's only the freshman girl dorms, and the buses go to their dorms, and then they pick you up.
The freshmen?
Girl, yeah, are you not listening to me? Because now that I'm thinking about it, it's weird. He puts the buses in front of the freshman girl dorms, and then they go downtown to like the parties.
This is some sick, because there's so many like minors referenced in these lawsuits. And this goes back to like 1990, where there are women claiming, like Jane Doe's, and I think some named, who are claiming that he essayed them. And did you see that Diddy's alleged drug mule was
Got
arrested. And he looks like he's a freaking basement bottom feeding dwelling, like,
to be honest though, Joleen,
playing video games.
I was saying to Tatum Bay, I was like, he looks so regular. Like, I wouldn't pick him out of a lineup.
He looks like he's in the basement. He looks like an incel.
Looks like he could just walk down the street and nobody would even notice him.
He looks like he's going to blow something up. He's not that regular. Yes! His name is Brendan Paul, 25, was arrested on drug charges while Homeland Security was raiding 2 of Sean Combs' properties in Miami and Los Angeles. And this dude, like, they have pictures of him just walking around with Diddy. And then shout out to Mims. Mims was breaking news. Like, before the news outlets, Mims gets the information. Shout out to our friends, make it make sense. He's killing it. So this is one of the pictures or videos he was sent. So this is this Brendan allegedly with the DRUGS. So the following is a screenshot of a video taken on Mr. Combs' yacht, the same one that Cuba Gooding Jr. allegedly tried to sexually assault Lil Rod on or about December 25th, 2022 at 2:40 a.m. Brendan Paul is videotaped with one of the black pouches defendant Combs, so Diddy, and Christina, who they're saying this Christina Karam is like his Ghislaine. Like, he's the Jeffrey Epstein. And she's the Jizzy Ghislaine. Required the associates and members of the Combs RICO enterprise to carry. So they made the people, their associates and members of the Combs RICO enterprise, they made them carry pouches that were filled with ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, mushrooms, and I don't know if they were going to write Tupac or Tuck. I don't know what TUC is, but
I know what Tuck is.
What's Tuck?
I don't know. I was joking. I'm surprised meth's not in there, but also that bag can kill you.
What can kill you?
That's that whole bag.
Oh, I know. Well, I think he was doing some Bill Cosby stuff too and drugging people. I mean, and like you were saying, there's this video now of him with what appears to be a minor girl kissing, dancing.
Did you watch the video?
White girl. I did watch that. I guess that was like a joke they did. Her parents need to come pick her up. I guess she's the best friend of his twin daughters. There was a video that he was like, I adopted this white girl. And then, you know how on Twitter, they'll say if something is true or not, you know, and they'll say, actually, they have those accounts that tell you, they're like, this young girl is the best friend for years of Diddy's twin daughters. And this was a joke. It's like, who plays?
And then the sons were in it. And then the sons were also arrested. So this is what I want to know. Okay. You tell me if you feel the same way.
Okay.
I feel like they went there to get the stuff out to cover up some stuff and not that they were like looking for him and trying to figure out what he has.
Well,
I think they are. And this is a conspiracy theory, y'all. I'm sorry.
You think they're covering up for Diddy because he's not indicted?
I don't think they're covering up for him. I think whoever's above Diddy, they raided those houses to make sure that all of that stuff was gone so that whoever is I think there's a hierarchy. Yeah.
Wait.
I'm sorry. This is bringing out the conspiracy theory.
Do you think there's someone within Homeland Security or the FBI who's in on this with Diddy Bennett, those parties, doing the freak offs?
It was like, we need to make sure that stuff is out of the house.
Oh my. See,
nobody was arrested.
And Diddy was tipped off, which I guess they did say on the Long Crime Channel that that's actually normal protocol for them to tip off the lawyer of the person to say that they are going to be raided or something. However, they told Diddy he wasn't there, but he didn't tell his sons to get out of there.
He don't care about nobody. He don't care about nobody. And then seriously, Joleen, why was the son's name in those NDAs?
Because now the son is named in one of the lawsuits because it's been amended.
To get the girls.
Because
this is why I believe all of this stuff. I believe all of this stuff. When Aubrey said this months ago, like he was saying that we can't talk about the children and all of this stuff. And I'm telling you, Jolie, I sat there because I watched that interview because I love Aubrey all day. She follows me. And I was like, the sons? Why the sons? That seems weird. And I could not get it out of my head. And now as every other lawsuit comes out, the sons are named the people who they were bringing young girls. Because he didn't say the Diddy family. He
No.
directly
Those
named
sons,
the
yeah.
son.
And now they're named in, I believe, Lil Rod's lawsuit because he amended it because Ethiopia, who is his chief of staff, who's Diddy's chief of staff, she has now said that she will, in fact, testify against him. She's
She
turned.
said, "My name bitter, I ain't in it. Whatever y'all need, bro."
Yep. So now Glenn Craig says, look up Clive Davis. Now here's the
What?
other conspiracy.
Okay, well, we're not gonna mess with Clive Davis.
Yes, you have to. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so
You have
Diddy started. He started. He was at Howard, and then he became an intern for Andre. What's his name? Andre starts with the H. He was a record executive.
Oh, okay.
Who came up under Clive Davis.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever that record company was at the time, I forget the name. I'm sure Glenn Crack or someone in the chat knows it. So tell me if this
wasn't he over Columbus or Arista?
No, it was maybe, well, Arista probably because Clive Davis, but whatever was, either way, Diddy goes and becomes an intern. Right. And then this Andre, who is like a music executive, thank you, Princess, Andre Harrell, Uptown Records. So he becomes an intern. Now, he has to go back to school, right? So Diddy's going back to school, but Andre doesn't want him to. All right. Now, Diddy's mom's like, you're going back to school. So he goes back to school. Finally, Andre's like, no, we need you, and gets Diddy to drop out after 1 year, I believe. And then Diddy moves up the ranks quicker than you've ever seen anyone in the industry before. Who needs an intern that bad? That you're like, oh, we need this one in particular. So there are rumors that even Kim Porter, where, they met in that little world, that she had walked in on possibly Diddy pleasuring Andre. And now Andre could have been the intern under Clive Davis. So it's this big chain. Because if you look at even when Diddy left, because when Biggie's album Ready to Die, when they were going to release it, that's when Uptown or whatever said, we can't, this is too many swears, too dirty or whatever, the album. So then Diddy leaves, he starts a Bad Boy. Yeah. But at that time, it's still under Arista. So it's just very weird how he became this mogul so young. And it seems like
he was giving it up.
I hear that
Diddy is the one to drop. I'm just saying, I'm telling you what I heard. They said that Diddy be giving it up. I told you he'd be calling the people daddy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I think it's kind of like similar to the victim becomes the perpetrator ultimately. So whoever groomed Clive, well, apparently J-Lo, they're still talking about the 1999 club shooting where J-Lo handed him the gun, and that Shine took the.
Yes, and that girl got shot.
Yes, and that girl is still talking on TikTok, going, "Diddy, I will get you. I will get you. You shot me in the face. It was you." And then Shine did the time, but he didn't do the whole crime.
And people always said, my mom always said, I knew it wasn't him. I knew it wasn't Shine. So I feel like people knew from the beginning. So you think that's why J-Lo left? Did it just become too? Because
I'm
she's
sure
so trashy that I feel like she'll still fit in. Like she will stick with it. Because J-Lo y'all know J-Lo trashy and dirty, and she's a liar. It is being proven that more and more now. And she's working on a document. She's working on something where she's like, girl, you're a liar.
But it is just it's so dark. It's so this like sex ring of, these younger guys who then become moguls themselves and then do the same thing to younger guys. Not to mention, well, of course, they're sick. Not to mention Usher, who lived with him when he was 13.
That was weird. Justin Bieber used to live with him.
Don't send your kids off to live with these people.
Justin Bieber.
So let me get this straight. You think that the FBI and Homeland Security is in on it, and they're trying to.
Okay, well, let's be clear. I didn't say that. I do feel like someone who is above Diddy was able to say, make sure that stuff gets taken out
and not used, because what they're speculating on these like crime channels and law channels is that they're afraid that there is stuff out there with minors that's being distributed, so they want to stop that, or they're afraid that things are being destroyed, so they want to go in there and get it. However, some people are questioning, well, why isn't he indicted? Why are we doing that right now? And there's no charges, there's no anything. Like,
That's
what's
what
really
I
happening?
feel like they went only to destroy stuff, not to do anything. And they made this big scene, embarrassed him and all that stuff. But I only think that they went in there because whoever Joe Schmo is at the top, he was like, go in that house and y'all take everything.
Okay.
And then people were showing
No.
videos today of the house, and I was thinking, well, duh, they did this. Girl, they do this at regular people's apartments. You didn't think that the FBI was going to come here, just knock down a Coke can just because.
Well, like Short Stack is saying, it all leads back to Russell Simmons. And isn't he like living in Bali or something now?
And that's, oh, you know what? I wanted to talk about this because Russell Simmons has been able to evade the law for a very long time. And so, and then he just got served. Y'all think that Usher, because, okay, y'all follow me because I'm conspiracy theorying right now, right? We all love Usher. We know Usher's great. He's amazing. I mean, he has not had, you know, the success that he did when he did Confessions album, because that album will always, but I guess Moving Mountains, all of that stuff was kind of cute too, or whatever. But he kind of laid low. Then all of a sudden he get this random ass tour. I mean, this random ass residency, and it's the biggest thing since sliced bread. Then his name started blowing up. Everybody want to go see Usher. Now, all of a sudden, randomly, all over again,
in the Super Bowl,
loves Usher.
That was
then
so
he
weird.
Show up at Russell Simmons' house. I think somebody was like, "Yeah, they about to start doing stuff, and we got a certain targets that we need to take down." And Diddy's one of them, and Russell's one of them. Because why Russell? Why Usher all the way over there in Bali? Why he over there in Bali? They said, tell us exactly where to go. Okay, because you know he like you like that. Tell us where to go. And once we get all of that, because soon as Usher leaves, and when I say they kept that thing on the hush hush, it was only a couple people who really talked about that news that Usher was there. Because people tried to cancel Usher, and it didn't make the headlines like I thought it was gonna make. Because why are you hanging out with Russell Wilson? I mean Simmons. That's really weird and odd of you. And then it was hanging out with little girls, and she had a bathing suit on, but everybody, all the other them was mad grown. It was extremely weird. And then as soon as he leaves and all of it quiets down, he gets served. Why he haven't been served this whole time? They use Usher to go over to that man. And Usher's getting his fame now. He got this tour that everybody's spending all their money on. They did all of that Las Vegas residency. He got this album out. Everybody's loving Usher now randomly. Girl, come on. Come on. It goes all the way to the top.
Busy, you are probably onto something. I mean, it's been happening for so long. And just think of the power and the relationships that have developed. And oof.
It goes all the way to the top. And now I'm thinking about because y'all remember Katie, she said she was doing stuff with Russell Simmons and she was a teenager. Katie from Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh shit.
Yes. She was a teenager. And she was doing stuff with Russell Simmons. She talks about that.
And look at how messed up, and that brings like what we're seeing with like the Amanda Bynes situation and that Nickelodeon. I know I haven't watched it, you've watched it, but that's how much you mess these people up.
You can mess somebody up. And well, shout out to Amanda Bynes. Did she ever get her license? Did she take the test again after she failed? Anybody know?
Did she fail recently?
Yeah, she failed her cosmetology exam. She tried. She said she's gonna try again. I don't remember if she retook the test. Let me go get another Coke.
Amanda Bynes says she doesn't want to. She didn't want to participate in the Nickelodeon documentary, and a lot of people were saying something that I totally agree with. Like, why would you? Why would she want to be exploited again for whatever trauma she may have allegedly went through or abuse by another network, or another, a production company, and then have it. What's it playing? What's it streaming through right now? That documentary. I know Busy's watching. I haven't watched it yet because I'm just like, I don't know. I did watch Drake Bell some of his him opening up about the abuse and stuff. But other than that, I haven't been able to make it through even turning the first episode on. So if Amanda and whoever, I mean, if they can get it out somehow themselves, with a way that they're not being continually exploited or making money for someone else.
And if y'all don't have Hulu, it's on Max.
I got Max and Hulu.
And that's how I realized it, because I don't know, Hulu been getting crafty and they've been coming out with some really good shows, but you got to have like the specific type of live thing. And it's
I think I have
really
the
annoying.
cheapest version of
Hulu. I saw it on Max, and then we started watching it and immediately. Hey, Carlin! I
love Max. I love. I think Max
is that one of your favorite ones right now? I think my go-tos right now, outside of YouTube, because I've gotten really interested. I don't want to talk about it. Never mind. But Paramount and Max, my two go-tos all the time.
Peacock, I watch obviously for the Bravo shows for the next day, uncensored stuff like that.
That would be good.
But Max, I would say Max. Hulu, not as much as I was. But yeah, it's I don't know. I gotta start that. Thank you, Carolyn, for becoming a member. We appreciate you. I gotta start that documentary. I just haven't. But all this stuff. So basically, if there isn't some conspiracy to protect a Diddy, we do have what Mims showed on his channel and Mob's World on Twitter is that, again, Diddy's chief of staff, Ethiopia, is prepared to testify against the now disgraced hip-hop mogul, and Lil Rod and Cassie continue cooperating with the feds. Prior to Ethiopia declaring that she'd testify against Diddy, she was included in Lil Rod's complaint, but she's since been removed when she agreed to testify, and that is like her declaration. Her declaration is basically... well, I guess it's right here, that, she's willing and ready. I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth herein, which is known to me to be correct. Well, I can't read this little writing. And if called upon to testify as a witness, I could and would.
She said, use me.
Yeah, use me. Don't abuse me. So that, gave me hope for Lil Rod's case, and also the fact that they're cooperating with the feds.
Girl, he looks sad going down bad. He looks sad going down bad, bro. He looks so sad going down bad. Where those bottles at, bro? Now, where's the smiles at now, girl?
Where's the Ciroc?
He look bad going down sad. He looks so sad. He looks sad. He look bad. When I saw those photos and I saw the videos of him walking back and forth, I said, somebody get him a popsicle. He looks sad going to bed. You want a lollipop, girl? I felt like a bank teller. He looks sad. You want a lollipop, girl? He look bad, girl. He looks so bad. It almost made me feel sad. It's like he just looks stressed out. Well, and the only thing I can say is that, you know what? You probably had with the way that it sounded like those parties was going down, and y'all don't judge my freak meter, it sounded like he lived a life. Girl, and now you reap what you sow.
Yeah, and according to, I grabbed this off of Mims Live. Shout out to Mims. I mean, he read through this whole thing. So according to Mr. Jones, defendant Combs executed his RICO and TVPA enterprise with threats of non-payment for work completed, fake promises of cash, $250,000, producer of the year, Grammy Awards, and guaranteed access to future projects, and a $20 million home on Star Island in Miami. Now, Mr. Combs is allowed to wreak havoc. So according to Jones, while living and traveling with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his home. So people are being filmed without their consent, which can be very problematic for Diddy. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity at Mr. Combs' functions. Upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent, as is the case with the homosexual sex tape with Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones, claiming to be Stevie J.
It wasn't him, though. That's what they say.
Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person who has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. I mean, didn't Diddy used to do the all-white parties, too?
I don't know if all
back in the day
to the parties.
No, where everyone would wear white.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Upon information and belief due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and untouchable. And then based on information and belief, Mr. Combs employs Jose Cruz as his IT director. This writer has spoken to several former employees of Mr. Combs who confirm that Jose Cruz is the gatekeeper to all of Mr. Combs' reporting. I mean, it's in.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Joleen?
Sure.
If they said this about make your dreams come true.
No.
Okay.
I'm too old to sell out like that now, or to be exploited or to be abused. Is that what you're asking? Go ahead, ask. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it. And you said no.
So all your dreams could come true, Busy.
Yeah.
And
wow, what room?
And you have to what? Do
what room?
But all the time for the rest of your life, and it's held against you.
No, okay. So now we're getting out of hand. Okay, so let me say this. I'm willing to, but that 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. That like okay.
How are you going to get them to?
Y'all put it in the comments. Okay. Put it in the comments. They're going to make your dreams come true. First, they start you off with a $15 million base. They just hand that to you, and then the rest is about what you're trying to be. Girl, you want to be an astronaut? You trying to have the best? You trying to have the best tech company? You want to be Selena? Because why did J-Lo become Selena? We didn't even know who she was. A dancer behind Janet Jackson. Okay. And now J-Lo's just everywhere. You're not. Let me leave it alone. You're not even that talented. Or you use all of Ashanti's vocals. You danced, and that was it. But like, girl, you instantly became Selena, and we didn't even know who you were. They give you a $15 million base. I want you to answer this in the thing. Diddy came to you, $15 million base. What dream you want to come true? You want to be an actor? You want to be an astronaut? You trying to be a politician? Whatever you want for the next 5 years, and however much you make and what you do with that stuff, you're going to be the best at it. And your name's going to be everywhere.
They have you on film, and I think that's the problem, is that Diddy actually wasn't paying people like that. He was saying that, but then he could weaponize the footage he had against them.
Well, but people have OnlyFans all the time now. My thing is, show it. Give me my money and show it. If you want to show it, but you gonna pay me.
How could you trust them? How could you trust that you were going to get the things that were promised?
Because I'm recording our conversations too.
I think you just want to do it. I think you don't even care. You just want to do it.
No, there definitely is a fee.
No, Cat Williams did warn all of us.
It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
TD Jake said, have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? I know TD Jakes was swallowed. Let me not say that. I don't know. Have y'all ever been swallowed up? TD Jakes.
Don't we know or no? Huh? We don't know.
That's right, Steven. The fact that he said all these big
dick deviants. Cat Williams just
giving them clout though too.
He's a wordsmith. But he warned us. I mean, Cat Smith said, okay.
Come on, Cat Smith. What did Cat Smith tell us? Joleen, let us know. Don't hold out.
Cat Williams.
Tell us what Cat Smith said.
I don't know why I'm saying Cat Smith. Okay. Cat Williams told us that he, was invited to a couple of these Illuminati little meetings. Was like, you suck him, he suck you, and then you could have and then he was like, I'm not sucking. And so
haven't seen him in a movie since.
Yeah, but I mean, the dude's killing it, like stand-up wise, and he owns all of his material, and he gets all like that's.
You know who also owns, but no shade because this is my favorite comedian. But also know who owns all of their stuff?
Kathy.
And then she said, I thought it was a flex, but nobody wants it. She's like, I thought it was a big deal on all this stuff, and then I realized nobody wants it. She said, I couldn't even get Netflix to buy it. Amazon.
Kat told us you have to tell Diddy, no, I am not going to sleep with you. That was when Cat Williams was like, or the Tubi. It's you not on Netflix or the Tubi. Cat Williams was just like, I think he was talking about Cedric or one of them, one of the comedians that, I don't see a special for
the
you.
people are being taken down. Yeah, how much of an involvement y'all think Will Smith has in any of this?
Maybe he's the one going in undercover, Men in Black style, and hiding all of the stuff.
You give him way too much credit. You know what I was watching today? This is random. I'm saying every intrusive thought that comes to mind, so bear with me. We saw a thing today. Babe, what's the actor's name who doesn't like people?
What's that?
Anthony Mackie. Notoriously doesn't like to take pictures with fans. But he's playing Captain America now, which it seems like it's so stupid of you to be not a people person, but you're playing a superhero in a Marvel movie series. It's mad dumb.
You gotta be friendly. Yes, people are saying Jay-Z's next. I hate that. I hate that.
Child, is this why Beyonce coming out with this era of albums?
Is it really going to be Jay-Z next? Have there been talks?
I heard someone said that Beyonce took Aaliyah died so that Beyonce can take the spotlight. And they said that Jay-Z did it.
What?
That's what the people said. They said that the people killed Aaliyah so that Beyonce had a spotlight.
Do we really think Jay-Z though is
at this point? Are you not reading the documents that Mims put out there, girl? Is it that far?
No, because I was down such a rabbit hole. I'm like, oh my God, Diddy sacrificed Biggie. Like Diddy set Biggie up to be murdered because technically, allegedly, we'll say, Biggie was supposed to be the time that he went to LA when he going back to Cali, he was supposed to be in London on something for like the label or doing something overseas. And Diddy was hell-bent on no, he has to be in California for whatever he went to on Wilshire and Fairfax, whatever that what was it? Was it a source thing? Or
I don't know. I was like 6 years old.
But anyways, he wasn't necessarily allegedly supposed to be there. He was supposed to be overseas, but Diddy was, and he didn't even want to go. And he had like a broken femur or something because he had just gotten in a car accident in Brooklyn. So I don't know. This again is alleged, but Biggie. But then Puffy said, "You gotta go to California. You gotta go to this event." And so he ends up going and gets shot.
Wasn't it like the second or third time that like he had been being shot at?
Well, that was Tupac. Tupac, 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smiled. When because Tupac thought he was set up by a Bad Boy and them when he went up to the recording studio and they shot him. He was going to pick up a check for a thing he did for one of the artists or something. Like he did a feature or something, and he was going to pick up like a couple grand check, and like Lil C's and Puffy and Biggie, and then all like the Bad Boy East Coast.
Little C's,
Little C's, fake jeans, bring it to your knees, they were there, and then Tupac gets shot, and that's why we now have that infamous picture of him being pulled away by the paramedics, like flipping the camera off when the media took pictures, because he was like, "No, I was set up," and they tried. And they shot, and and then Biggie comes out with a song, "Who Shot Ya?" And Tupac was like, "Oh hell no, that's about me." And Biggie's like, "It's not about you." So then Tupac did "Hit 'Em Up," which is like one of the most crazy roast hip hop songs in history. Like it is, oh my God, I know every lyric of that song, and I never truly understood it because when it came out, I was like, "Oh, this is a banger." It's very angry. I love it,
Yeah.
But so, anyways. So I'm down this rabbit hole of like, oh my God, Diddy did set Biggie up because he
did he do it?
Somebody.
Did he do it? Is such an iconic.
Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. What did you say?
Did he do it? Is such an iconic title for the series when it comes out.
Oh my God, it is. Or just Diddy done, like 50 Cent said on Twitter. It's not Diddy do it. It's Diddy done now because the feds are involved in all that.
Oh my God, the movies. This is crazy. It's wild.
It's if you go down this rabbit hole, it's like
You get
how
stuck
long?
and you start to feel. So this is where I'm having my issues, because some stuff I feel like, okay, busy now. It's giving Illuminati. Like, calm down. But then you read the court documents and stuff, and it's just like, well, can you write this down if it really isn't true? So some stuff sounds so far off that it seems like this should not be the thing. But then I'm reading it and watching it, and people talking about their experiences. It really is making me believe in the Illuminati. Like, I really believe in the Illuminati.
Sort of. And then that makes sense that Jay-Z's next because he's always doing the trying, you know.
Yeah, but what are they about to get Jay-Z for? Is it because he killed Aaliyah allegedly?
I think he's in with like Diddy. Was he at the freak off parties? I hope not.
I don't know if he was at the freak off party. Now, you remember Jay-Z had a criminal past, but he changed his ways. Unless he still has it.
Well, drugs.
And maybe like, Beyonce putting out these options, like maybe these the last couple of ones I could get out. You remember there was Bonnie and Clyde. All I need in this life is me and my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend. Now we ride to the very end. Y'all remember they did have that Bonnie and Clyde thing. Was Beyonce a part of the stuff? And she was a teen.
She was young because Cassie was 20 and Diddy was 38. And Beyonce was probably 19. And
she was younger than that when she started dating him. I think it was at the end of high school.
Just throw the whole entertainment industry away.
Y'all remember how old was Beyonce when she started dating Jay-Z? I think she was in high school.
Maybe that's why Solange beat him up in the elevator. She knows about the freaky party, the freak off.
You was at the freak off. We still don't know what happened in that elevator.
Again, we'll never know. And that something had to be serious.
Real bad. Real bad. For Solange to go off like that and Beyonce to not even do anything.
Joy Ann said, didn't his mistress pass away suddenly? Who, Jay-Z's?
Yes.
Is it Becky with the good hair? She died?
No, Becky with the good hair is still alive.
Well, which mistress?
The mistress didn't pass away.
Everybody is dying. You guys be careful out there.
He waited for her to be legal, or did he? They said Beyonce didn't go to school. I know. I mean, well, Beyonce did go to school, but she didn't go to school.
Steven thought it was Becky too.
Not you forgot about the elevator.
Lala, I thought it was. We all did. We all thought it was just him cheating. And as her sister, she's pissed. She's like, "How dare you cheat on my sister? Let alone my sister's Beyonce." You know, yeah. Beyonce was like 19 when they met, or when she was 18. Okay, down the road. Hey, Rabbit. 18. What's up, Rabbit? Rabbit, are you on this shit? Because Rabbit's now killing it with the subs, and she's doing all like.
I be seeing. I'm like, girl, when does she have the time?
I know, but this would be right up Rabbit's alley. Oh my God!
So I love the new thing that you have there, Rabbit. You look. See, I'm glad you're showing your face more.
Hell yeah! Oh my gosh! I can't take it if we connect Taylor Swift to this. I need to believe in something. And it's going to be her.
Taylor Swift. Unfortunately, I think she's just a bad human. I don't think she's connected to any of this stuff, to be honest. The lady is talented. She writes good music. I actually don't think she's connected to any of this. She's just a bad human being.
Why is she a bad human being?
Celine Dion. Give me that award.
Oh, I would never. Just excited.
She was what?
She was excited. I think she apologized, and Celine's like, I totally understand. Like, it's not
girl. Celine said it like that. I totally understand. No, she didn't. And she doesn't. Don't you dare.
Oh, yeah, Rabbit's channel is popping. If you guys aren't subbed to Rabbit, Rabbit, drop your channel. Not that you need our little channel's help, but like, feel free.
We're a big deal. It may be a little channel, but we're big deals.
We are big deal.
Big dick deviants over
Blue
here.
Cantrell. Is Blue Cantrell okay?
Whatever. I was thinking, whatever happened to her?
She was so good, but why would they name their daughter that when that was his ex-girlfriend? Is Foxy Brown okay? Somebody check on Foxy Brown, Blue Cantrell. I feel like Foxy Brown
blind?
Beat them all up. Is she what? Blind?
Is she blind or deaf?
Not me. What?
Foxy Brown. Did she become one of those two?
No, I'm looking it up. Foxy Brown. What?
I feel like Foxy Brown became blind or she became deaf.
Talks about her sudden hearing loss. Oh my God. She's deaf.
I said that. Literally.
Oh no, a tragic incident. Oh my God.
One of the freak offs.
Not one of the freak offs. Oh,
I'm going to
justice
hell.
for Foxy. Il Nada. Or Il Nana. What was it? Il Nana?
I'm going to hell.
Il Nana. I'll be straight the gate, y'all. We drop it. Tell me how nasty can you get all the way from the hood to your neck of the woods? One thing's for sure. I'm too loud, nasty as I want to be. Oh shit, you know, say yes in front of me. Okay, I gotta stop. That's too much, Jolene. That's too much. It did not spread there. That is not true. Okay, I'm gonna Google.
I had to get off of. I really had to get off because it was just like that's too much. But you heard, and then Faith Evans. How much does Faith Evans know?
Well, yeah, poor Faith.
The fact that people still like Faith Evans is what's wild to me. So I know that she must be in on some of this stuff.
It's the result of a viral infection. Okay. 3 days later, Brown was diagnosed with severe, sudden sensory neural hearing loss, a little understood condition that affects 1 in 10,000 people without warning, often the result of a viral infection.
Can you imagine being 1 of 10,000?
Oh,
the chances.
Oh my God.
So, Princess, what are we going? It was not syphilis.
Princess said it was a STD. Oh my God. El Nana. Yeah, what's wrong with Faith? How come we can't like Faith Evans? What's she do?
I do not like her.
Why? What happened?
But
Is it the same way you don't like Sarah Michelle Gellar and you don't have a good reason?
I actually have no idea who that is.
Didn't she get divorced from Stevie J? Faith, or are they still together?
Well, I think are they still married? No, I think they are getting a divorce. But why would you even marry Stevie J? Because we know how Stevie J is. I seen that thing. And I mean, the things that he could do with it, that's a deviant. And unfortunately, he's from the same place I'm from.
Rochester?
He is, yeah.
There are some weirdos from Rochester.
Yeah. You know, what happened to that one that my mama beat up? What's her name?
Your mama beat somebody up?
Yeah, from Rochester. She used to be a tweet. Never mind. I'm sure she's still around.
What about Emile, the girl that used to rap in the Jay-Z song? She's disappeared. I don't even know who that is. What albums was she on?
I want to know what happened to the ooh la 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 la. My skin is getting wet. My clothes was coming off. What happened to the girl who used to do all of this? Y'all remember when Making the Band in its prime had all of those songs? Don't say I love it, and I hear before that. Had to let you know.
Which one?
I try, but I can't think you. What happened to her? Brunette? That you say, can I get a chance to hold you tonight? Then on it's all night. Huh?
The brunette? Dawn?
No, she never was on the show. But when they would do like dancing challenges and stuff like that, they would use a lot of her songs. Whatever happened to her?
Can I get a what? I don't know.
She was it wasn't their songs. It was someone else's songs. I thought she was on Bad Boy Records. And when they would do a lot of the Boom Boom Cat stuff.
Yeah, they should ask Lorianne what she knew, what she saw.
Girl, the way that they fired her and had to bring her back because she's iconic. Child, what was the name of that girl? Had to let you know, I to think of you, such a really game to play to eventually get over you. Can I get another chance to haunt you tonight? It's on night. It's on right. Just don't let you slip away. Okay, what's the thing that listens to songs? It's called Shazam. Hold on.
Princess says Jay-Z met Beyonce on the Emile set. He didn't need her anymore. Oh, okay.
Who's Emile?
That's what they're asking. What happened to Emile, who was always in? I'm gonna Google it.
If you sing a song into Shazam,
can I get a what to the?
Oh yeah, her. She was boring.
Can you bounce with me? Oh, she was good. Can you bounce with me? Bounce.
If you sing it to Shazam, would it know?
Yeah, no, she's like da 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 da. But fuck that! I want to get around on this mustache before I put this pussy on your mustache. Remember that song? My Mac makes me so horny. I was throwing on the front end. If you got nothing, baby boy, you better get up, get out, and get something. Shit, I like a lot of parada, Alizé, and vodka, late night, something done. I don't even know if I said any of those words right. Get it up, I put it down, and I'm trying to think of. I got the Snapple, get the juice, then I got it. Then I got it. I let you meet mama and introduce you to papa. My coochie remains in a coochie name. Never touch my patience, sweetie. I'm high maintenance, high class. Is that the words? Am I thinking, is that the song?
It's Starry Dennis. Thank you so
hellish
much, Care
Carrie
Bear.
Dennis.
Thank you, Care Bear. We were thinking about two different. I don't even know what you were talking about, and I didn't care.
Before I put this pussy on your mustache.
Whoa.
That's what she's saying. It was like good lyrics. Makes me so horny.
I was thinking about Sherry Dennis.
You better get up, get out and get some of the shit. Like I was saying about late night. Get it up and put it down. Something about Snapple. Good juice.
The Snapple has the douche.
I'll let you meet Mama and introduce you to Papa. My coochie remains in a coochie.
Where do you think Aaliyah would be if she was still around? You think she would be big?
Oscar winner. I think she would have the
I definitely think she would be an Oscar winner. She was a great actress.
Grammy, all the ACOT or whatever it's called, the Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
know that song? Okay. You guys know
EGOT? You're in the field, literally. The Epcot should have the Epcot for sure.
I'm never gonna get it.
She'll definitely have the Epcot.
Oh my god!
I think she would be big. I wonder if Beyonce would still be bigger than her. I love Aaliyah. I thought she was on the rise.
I think they would have collabed and they would be friends.
Yeah, but who would be bigger? Now whether or not they were friendly with each other, but
maybe I don't know. Well, Aaliyah was like going into so much acting, and she was like,
child, that last album, passion and stuff. Hey, her when Rock the Boat came out, which is sadly how she passed. And she was doing, girl, Aaliyah was that girl. I know she was acting and doing, Romeo Must Die and stuff like that. I really hated when she was in Queen of the Damned because it was like we had to watch all of these other people this whole movie and we only get 10 minutes of Aaliyah. That's really how Queen of the Damned was. They called it Queen of the Damned and we didn't see Aaliyah to the end of the movie, and then the movie was over. That was stupid. And Romeo Must Die, when she was kicking the wall and stuff, and he had her out there. Aaliyah was that girl.
I think Aaliyah would have been in Matrix. Wasn't she supposed to be in Matrix? And then
she was supposed to be in Matrix, and then they gave it to Jada Pinkett Smith, right?
Yeah. That would have been
Will
huge.
Smith has to do with this, and maybe that's why Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, they can't get a divorce. Oh my God, we are going down a rabbit hole.
And it goes all the way back to Tupac then, and it is just like
because she can't take Jada Pinkett Smith. She can't stop talking about Tupac.
She cannot stop, and nor should she, because she's just gonna keep talking about Tupac. My God,
this is crazy, y'all. If y'all want the real news, this is where it's at. Everything we said was fact, except for the things that are false.
Yep, everything we say is true except for the parts that are false. That's it. That's it. And Scientology.
Answer.
Who was the white girl with red hair?
You want to know what bothers me? And this is no shade. And shout out to Nerdtainment, Sarah from Nerdtainment.
I like when Busy says shout out.
And shout out to Nerdtainment because she was on the same page as me. Y'all hoes was so worried about what was going on with Kate Middleton, okay, and whether or not she was real. And what I've been thinking about this whole time is, where is the Scientology wife?
Where's the who?
The Scientology wife.
Oh, Miscavige.
Y'all still worried about whether or not the pictures of Kate Middleton is real. And when the last time y'all saw the Scientology lady?
David.
And why is that? Why are we allowing that?
Why is his last name Miscarriage? Or is it Miscavige? Miscarriage? Shelly
It's giving dead. Where is she?
Of course.
Why has no one seen her in years?
Check the Diddy freak off tapes. I'm sure David was there and he brought Shelly, and Shelly was like, I don't like this. And then she was never seen again, allegedly.
I just don't get it. And it really is. It's disturbing to me that we don't talk about that enough. Like when they thought that Kate was not living, child, when I say the white people went crazy. They was doing investigative discoveries. Okay, I think somebody was trying to start a Tubi film. They got so invested. We haven't seen Kate in a couple of weeks, and the girls was like, "That's not her hand." But there's a whole wife that nobody has seen since like 2009. When's the last time we seen that lady?
And why isn't anyone asking Tom Cruise? He keeps making those same dumb movies over and over again, and people keep going to see it. Jack Reacher, Jack Reach Around, and
those were amazing books, though. I'm not even gonna lie. But then also, I'm starting to feel some type of way about Leah Remedy because, girl, they're that dangerous, and you still get to go around talking about it. You're a sacrificial lamb, and you still in it.
No, don't turn on Leah Remedy now. I feel like all of this attention she got now, they can't go after her because it would be too obvious.
I think she's just causing a ruckus, but it's their created ruckus. Like, you're going to be the one, you're going to say that you hate the church, all of this stuff. We're going to give you things that you can say about us and what we're doing, but we really don't know what's going on behind Scientology doors. Why is it so hard for me to say Scientology?
Because your body's rejecting it.
Know what's going on behind the Scientology doors, and they're using her as a distraction.
Did Diddy really give money to Elon Musk to buy Twitter? I think Kanye did, didn't he? A lot of people did, which is crazy.
Maybe.
So Lace says it's pronounced Miscavige.
It's pronounced dead.
Oh no, I hope
we don't know
not.
where she is, and you're not concerned. What do you know, Joleen? Because you're not even worried about her. Why is nobody worried about that lady?
I never said I wasn't worried about her.
You're worried?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't say that.
I'm worried about Shelly.
No,
I am. I think this cult, like that Scientology stuff is a crazy ass cult. And I will tell you, I lived in LA long enough where when I first got there, within a couple of years of me moving there, that's when the Going White or Going Clear or whatever documentary came out, and I went to go see it in LA. And then I was like, Chell, let's go drive by the Scientology centers because there's so many big ones, and our friend Natalie lived by one of the biggest ones. And if you drive around there, you will have an SUV following you. So after that, Chell was like, no. And so then I would do it by myself sometimes.
No.
Yes, because yes, and they followed us. Because they have the people, the little Scientologists walking around like little Mormons, with their little outfits on, and they're basically security. So my friend Natalie would say, I kind of like living by Scientology because you always have these people out there that are kind of like looking out for the neighborhood. But I'm like, are they? But I would like, because after Going Clear came out, everyone was kind of driving by like, what goes on that roof? They were having people up on the roof and, signing your soul away for 1,000 years. And all of a sudden, an SUV would be following you.
You're lying.
There's always people on the corners. There's always people out front. Like I'm not lying. And then Chell was like, I'm not doing that again. And I'm like, I'm going to do it again. It was really scary. Of course I did. You just drive by.
Did they follow you again?
It's near like residential. If you go around a couple times, you are going to get a black SUV following you.
Oh my God!
Not
did you record it?
Home, but like no.
Are there videos of people who like record the black SUVs?
I'm sure there are people right now in Los Angeles, creators who go to the Scientology recruitment center that's on Hollywood Boulevard, and they go up there and they like fuck with them and protest, and then they go to different events they have and call them out. But yeah. It's crazy. Yes. And the LAPD and Scientology, corruption. They're definitely bought and paid for because it's the same thing we've seen in other situations where you can literally pay the police. So these people who are live streaming out in Scientology, these creators on like TikTok and stuff, sometimes I'll watch them, and even YouTubers. And there'll be LAPD there as security because you can it seems like a conflict of interest, but in your off hours, you can get paid to go be security, but like how much of that transfers over to your on hours as well? Do you know what I mean?
Oh my
how
God.
well are they paying you?
What you ever done? Have you ever been like asked to go to a website?
Yes, obviously. If you walked on Hollywood Boulevard, asked you
to go to like risk?
Yes, to come in and get your Theons or Thetans or whatever. Yes, that's what they do. There's a whole recruitment center on Hollywood Boulevard, so they'll go up to tourists all the time. They're always recruiting. Now, I don't have any friends who are actors or things who are Scientologists.
Yeah, I mean, you have one, you just don't know it.
That I know of. But I wouldn't even go in there for like a joke and pretend to do it because I'd be scared they were going to like suck my brains or something. I don't know. Yes, auditing. Thank you, Rabbit. Yeah, it's freaky. That Scientology shit is a freak. There's one girl.
Don't you feel dumb talking about this? Like some stuff, it just seems like this is not real. It's giving movie.
It was L. Ron Hubbard. He was a science fiction writer and a shitty one at that. And they developed a whole religion around it. The same with Joseph Smith. He was like, oh, you think Bethlehem's in Bethlehem? It's in Missouri. And they're like, okay, Joseph Smith. Like, this is what happens. Like, cults, unfortunately, people are very susceptible to cults. As a society, we want to belong. We want to believe in things. Yeah. And hopefully I'll never get culted. I don't want to be in a cult. I feel like I would be a great cult leader. I don't want to lead a cult. But, I mean, sometimes I'm like, well, if it pays the bills. But no, it's very there's a certain girl and a woman, and she is a part of this group that goes out there and like live streams outside the Scientology events. And one time they thought, it was recently, Rabbit probably knows what I'm talking about, they thought they found her dad, who, because she left, and once you leave you are dead to your family. So they were like, and she hadn't seen him for years, so they thought they found her dad outside in one of the Scientology outfits, like being a guard, and she hauled ass to get there, and then he had went inside by them. But then when they showed her the video, she's like, oh, that's not my dad. But they were pretty sure it was her dad. And it was exciting to watch. I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna get reunited with her dad, her weird Scientology dad. She's gonna get to call his ass out, leaving. Who the hell? What kind of religion tells you you have to leave your kids and everyone
I
you
guess
love?
it's a lifestyle like Amish.
This is disgusting. I'm sorry. Yes, but it wasn't her dad, Rabbit, unless there was a change, and then it was, or I missed that one. But it was two old white dudes outside, and then they showed her the video, and then she was like,
Maybe she felt like internally, that's not my dad anymore.
Maybe. So
that could have been it.
It's crazy. There is so much. Okay, I do want to talk about two more things before we bump out of here.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Todrick's back.
Oh, God. Give me
Can we talk Todrick? Okay, we'll come back right now.
No, you'll start it. Start the convo.
No. I don't. We're gonna watch his little video. You come back. You come back right now. So apparently, you guys, Todrick is saying that we all remember Todrick. He was on Celebrity Big Brother.
38 minutes. What video did you get?
I got his Instagram live that he deleted. So he went on Instagram again to kind of ask for money, to say my cameos are $5. I can't afford my house, because allegedly, I didn't know, Busy, he allegedly bought that house that he was behind payments in, that he was renting. People are saying he bought it even though he can't afford it. So now,
yes, but I thought we already all knew that he bought it.
No, because he was saying he owned it. And we were like, you rent this thing, because he was behind with the landlord. But then
I think it was like a rent to own situation.
Well, either way. So he's been having the Big Brother people like live there, stay there. Every season of Big Brother, there's more people that come out of here. But this started people getting suspicious as he was in his bathroom like a John Yates going, I'm going to need some money. I'm broke. And people are like in the chat, were like, you're wearing a $10,000 Cartier bracelet. Maybe you could sell that, bro. Right. And but definitely like weird grifter vibes, maybe not grift, but kind of fraudulent. So yeah, grifting, because I think there has to be an element of fraud for it.
I think there's a lot of things that happen, and they happen at weird times, and I think that he is having a hard time keeping up with the life he's accustomed to.
Okay, so allegedly, this is what I heard on the Twitter. What? Kylan, he's talking about Kylan, and Kylan lives with him. Does Kylan pay rent? Do we know? Are any of the Big Brother people living with him? Someone said FBJ.
So there are people who live with him, but I can confirm that Kylan does not.
He does not live with them.
Yes, I thought it was.
Who's he talking about?
To be honest, I really want to know.
You gotta find out.
I went sleuthing yesterday, and I was a girl. I was out. You know me, and I know where Kylan is at, like right now. And when he's not there, he's definitely not there. So right, I know it's not him.
See what he has to say.
Hello, Internet. It's Todrick. Okay, so I just posted something a few minutes ago, or maybe like 30 minutes ago, and I was explaining to people a situation that I'm in. And I just wanted to say, I have a lot of thoughts about this, and I was reading some of the comments, and essentially I posted something saying life is crazy right now. My life is just insane. We went through the pandemic, and then we went through the writer's strike, and now just life is crazy. And I'm so grateful to be in a position where now I'm about to be moving to London, and I'm going to be doing burlesque.
I do want to know your thoughts on that, because I mean, I know right now it's like I knew the effects that the writer's strike would have on people, and I love listening to Sarah and Aaron Foster. They're like some of my two faves. The Foster sisters from the Foster Dad, who's dating Catherine McPhee, but he always has young wives. Anyway, I've started to see more that like actors of color are like really having a hard time now after this writer strike's over. like losing their homes, not able to pay for stuff, not able to deal with things. Is the same thing happening to, I mean, because I'm clearly looking at or immersed
No,
in.
I think the strike, the actors and the writers strike, it still hasn't, we still haven't recovered from that. Opportunities are still a lot of people, especially working actors, not people necessarily at Todrick's level, but people below that, like my friends, like working actors who aren't, you know, making as much money as these bigger actors, which essentially is what the writers and actors strike was representing. A big portion of that was, don't forget, they're not all Brad Pitts. You have these, you know, little, you know, smaller, not to say there's, but you know what I mean? They're not paid as much, you know, not the people that are household names, I guess you should say. So there's a lot of my friends who are still, you know, doing odd side jobs and picking up stuff because things haven't picked back up since the strike. And there's been lots of issues. And, you know, there's so much right now, especially in like commercial, we've talked about that before, in commercial work, you used to be able to make a living off being a commercial actor. And now there's no way, because so much of it is allowed to go non-union. So the pay is shit. So you could book a national commercial with like Google, which I had a friend book a campaign with Google where that would be like a flow.
That's a lot of money. It sounds
situation. Like it's not, because they allow companies like Google and them to work to pay non-union and to work with non-union actors, which they shouldn't allow. I could see small companies, but when you are a big corporation, you should not be able to work non-union.
Why would you want to be non-union?
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you have the ability to go union, but there's more non-union jobs. So a lot of actors are like, well, fuck, I don't want to go union, because then you technically can't go for the non-union jobs. So it's a really shitty deal for writers and actors, because, you know, it's not regulated properly, where they should tell these corporations and companies and production companies that, no, you have to be union, but they're not. They're allowing so much non-union work to get in there that it's actually a detriment to a lot of actors to join the union sometimes, which defeats the purpose of the fucking union. So unfortunately,
is there a big name that's like, and maybe you don't know this, but is there like a big name person who's like not union, but like,
no, you can't be on that level and be non-union. I'm talking about like on a level of like my friends and stuff. You know what I mean?
Like do you think the girl from Progressive is union?
Flo, yes. Flo got into commercial acting at the time when you get a campaign like that and you're set up for life. And obviously she's still doing it. So Flo's killing it. Flo was actually like a stand-up comedian. She was like an improviser, stand-up comedian when she got that gig. And so you can book with like a big corporation. I booked, you know, a corporate, you know, with a big company commercial, but you used to back in the day be able to make a living, like you get rich off that shit. Now there are people that are paying $200 for a day. It's crazy.
I would assume that the Old Spice guy is union and like paid. Flo's paid, and then now Flo has like a new white guy.
Anyone that is kind of like the face, I would say. But there are like, I just had a friend book like a commercial with Apple, like a national commercial with Apple, and they told me the pay, and I was like, oh my God, that is horrible.
It's a big deal. Oh, you thought it was horrible?
The pay was horrible.
Oh, for Apple,
yes,
because they make a lot of money
because it was non-union.
And when you're you know, big companies like that should not be allowed.
They shouldn't.
But I guess I could work with whomever. If the people want to accept it, what did Candy say? If you didn't like the pay, you shouldn't accept the job.
And I'm excited to be going back into the world of musical theater because that was my first love. But I just wanted to say, I think that, and I don't know what I'm going to say, so I'm sure something that I will say will probably offend someone, but if I do, chart it to my head, not my heart. Just trying to get my thoughts together. I think that being a public figure is a very difficult place to be, because sometimes you're in a position where you're like, wow, I understand that I am in a different tax bracket and that I make more money than some people make, but that doesn't make your struggle or your difficult times any less difficult. I saw when Taraji P. Henson was talking about this, a lot of people were saying that it was tone deaf of her to expect sympathy from people for the pay disparagement. And I was just like, I think that the crabs in a barrel mentality is kind of something that I used to definitely be guilty of before I was somebody who experienced bigger checks and experienced life in a way that a lot of people are not fortunate enough to be able to do. I guess ultimately what I was saying was, I've gone through an insane amount of things in the past few years. And now I am at this like turning point where I am trying to decide if I want to sell my house, if I want to rent it out. But that process is, I've never done it before. And it is taking so much longer than I would have expected it to. There have been people that have been interested in like renting my house for a year, but they haven't been able to provide the references and the bank statements and all the things that would make them somebody that my realtors would feel is qualified to occupy my house for a
He must have got an offer from Risa Tisa's guy. That just made me think of him. What's his name? Risa Tisa's ex? Who the fuck did I mean? Legion. Legion was like, I will rent that for a year, but I will not show you my bank statement.
I got it, y'all.
I was like, what is he talking about? And why is the toilet seat up in the back? Get it together,
I didn't like the fact that he started it off with, I know I make so much money and it's hard to be in such a high tax bracket. Like, Todrick, please. And y'all know he's one of my problematic faves.
Oh my God, he's the worst. No, he doesn't get it. There is a difference between your kind of broke and other people's kind of broke. And like the person is going to be saying in the chat, you got a $10,000 Cartier bracelet on. No one feels bad for you. We're not going to pay your bills.
And not, stay there once it's time to leave. Anyway, ultimately, I love you all. I was saying to everybody, I am going to be from now until April 4th, discounting my cameos and selling them for $5. And if you decide that you want to leave a tip, that would be great. Because yeah, it's just a rough time. And I want to be able to sell my house or rent my house, not backed up into a corner. And the people who are in the position to be able to, there's just somebody in my life that is a part of this entire house situation that a bunch of lawyers are involved in, who I think is taking advantage of the fact that I was going through a rough time and will, kind of put me in a position where he's like, I will talk to the press, I'll do this. And I feel a little exploited, and I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, as opposed to doing what is, don't listen to the haters, you got this. Yeah. So I realized that somebody just said,
can you pause this really quickly? Okay, so two things.
I'm just telling you guys.
Everyone thought he was talking about Kyland.
Was he having freak offs? Because what is he so afraid of that man going to the press about? That's what there's two things I want to know. What was going on in that house, and who was this man? Because he's like, well, they're going to go to the press, and
people thought it was Kyland.
No, what are they going to say? He's saying it even was Kyland. What the hell was going on in that house that you're so afraid of someone telling? Was he hosting the freak-off sessions?
He doesn't know background.
I'm trying to figure out, what would I be able to be afraid that somebody would be able to go to the press about? Like, well, what are you saying?
He didn't pay his dancers, so maybe they have him admitting on camera he didn't pay his dancers. I don't know.
Child, not him drunk saying, F those dancers. I ain't gonna give him $2. Like, but what could it be here?
I know. I don't know.
I'd like to work with non-union dancers.
Bracelets or something does not mean that they don't have a struggle. I know that sounds crazy, but people in other countries look at people who are in America who might actually be going through a real struggle and say, wow, that's crazy that they're complaining about their lives when they can do this and they can do that, they can do that. So that doesn't mean that our struggle is not equally real. I'm working right now. I am doing what is best for me to get back into doing musical theater. I have been just kind of like trying to figure out where my goals are and where I want to spend my energy, because doing reality TV is very, very difficult. This is hard to comprehend, truly. Why is it hard to comprehend? They think if you're in the light that you are just swimming in money. Yeah, a lot of people, Fantasia did a interview one time, and this woman was like, Fantasia, but you have more money than we do. And she's like, you don't know that. You don't know that. Just because someone at one point has a certain amount of money does not mean that is going to be
Sir, you told us you bought basically all of the Wizard of Oz stuff and decorated your house with it. Okay, you have a bedroom that's like Louis Vuitton themed. Like, give me a break. This guy is ridiculous.
Consistent. This is the entertainment industry. It's feast or famine. Sometimes there are moments where you just are doing great, and then you get knocked off your seat and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I
move to the valley, get a house you can afford?
I'm gonna get to your future like every single other human being does. And
why did he leave out of his bathroom to come back into the bathroom?
He just had to walk, I think, to get his brain flowing.
That
I
was
don't want to
really
hand
weird.
out.
I'm
I've
thinking,
never been
where's he taking us?
I know.
the type of person who's like asking for things to be given to me. I'm a fucking hard ass worker. I've been working my entire life. I've done 700 videos and gone on 9 tours. And it's just been a very, very, very trying time.
Downsides.
A cameo, some of these, is asking me what are cameos. Cameos are personalized videos. So if it's a birthday or an anniversary or something, you can go and have a person that you like, a celebrity that you follow or look up to, do a personalized video for your.
Remember when he was in the Celebrity Big
And he
Brother
said he
house and
doesn't
he said
personalize them.
he don't personalize them. He was like, I just give him the same message and it works. It's like, well, looks like that's coming back around there,
Yeah.
Toddy.
$5 for the message that
or
you're
for
going to
you
give
or just to
Becky.
pick me
I
up.
would
And
like one from
so I
him, though.
basically was like, you know what? I'm going to start an initiative from now until my birthday. I'm going to, because I'm going to be leaving to come back to London to start working on Burlesque, the musical. And I was like, maybe this will put me in a position. Ultimately, I was already kind of contemplating whether or not I was going to do this. But then I was sitting in my room one day and my brother called me on FaceTime, and that's abnormal behavior from my brother. And I picked up the phone. And he was yelling and screaming, and I would share these screenshots, but my family is probably like, Todrick, don't do that. And my house, the house that my family lives in Mansfield, Texas, was literally burning down to the ground. And there was like fire trucks everywhere. They had already gotten there, but they were putting out the fire. And I was like, what's going on? And I don't know how to explain this, but when you are a person who has achieved any level of success, when people in your family, and by the way, my family is incredible, and my mom would do anything in her power to not ever ask me for help, because she's like, I want you to be able to reap the benefits of the hard work that you've done. So my mom is not a mom who would ask me for help, but she is, I know that my family is right now living in a hotel in Arlington, Texas, and looking for a place to live. And when the moment comes that they're going to be needing help, I want to be able to be like, okay, well, here I am, and I want to be able to help you. And this is just an unexpected thing. It's like when it rains, it pours. I also had an uncle that just passed away like 4 or 5 days ago, and I'm in London.
Oh my God, with the sad fishing and grip. It's like, Todrick, you got a job in London, sell that house, buy your family a house, go live in London, do your job, do your show. What does he want people to do?
He wants people to buy $5 cameos.
How many $5 cameos are going to pay off that damn house?
Well, I don't know, to be honest, and I think I'm getting his ask mixed up. Does he want us to give $5 cameos for the house situation that he's dealing with, or because the house burned down, his family house? Like, what is the money?
Or the dead uncle, or we got to bury the uncle? Like, what's happening?
To the uncle and the funeral,
right?
Where,
And
like,
Lala says,
I'm getting confused about which part I'm supposed
much.
to be helping you pay for.
It's too much. Move them into your damn house. Yes, PMR says, this reminds me of a few bottom feeders. The story continues. Yes, it gets worse and worse. The worst. We'll listen to it just a couple more minutes because I can't stand this dude, because we got one more thing.
London doing a show. So it's just a lot of things are going on. And in a normal situation, somebody would say, my family's house burned down. If you can help, I'll put up a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe. But when you are a person with a verified check and people expect you to have a certain amount of money, that would be considered tone deaf. You can't ask for help, and there's no way that you can be prepared for fire. My parents don't, my parents aren't rich. They don't have like extra income, and the insurance that they have is to protect that house and get it rebuilt up. But that was a house they were renting. Full transparency. So it's just a very difficult time. I just wanted you all to know that I was not.
So you own a home outside of your means. Your parents have to rent a home. So instead of you buying a more affordable home and maybe helping your parents so they could also have that generational wealth, create that or whatever that Busy's always talking about, and that's so important. You just got this, you bought a home you were behind in rent to prove to your critics that you could afford it, but now you can't afford it. So now you're begging for your money for your house, and we have to get a house for your parents?
And can you imagine? I'm sure the house in, no shade, because I know I love
Arlington.
But I'm sure a house where his parents live is way cheaper than where he's living in, where he lives.
Oh, I think his house is in like freaking West Hollywood.
I know.
That's ridiculous. Do you know exactly where it is? Is it right in West Hollywood?
Oh, I'm not gonna say. I don't think it's. I think it is. Well, I don't know it like that. I only know because of my friends.
All right. Well, last thing we're going to talk about tonight is Busy and I stumbled upon another bottom feeder person who is another ungrateful person who allegedly is very mad
Drag him.
that you guys are not watching his video. So he has quit yet again. So let's take a look at the Flea by the Sea, the cottage
I didn't
boy.
see this part. I'm gonna turn this up. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay. And he was supposed to go live with these two lovely ladies, Addie and Wicked Wisdom. They were so excited to talk about sister brother wives or something. Or actually, I think it was 90 Day. It was what he's allegedly famous for. What he always is like, I'm famous for this. I'm famous for this. So you look at his live, and right when he was about to start, I think there was like 28 people. And it's like, how famous are we? You know, because this is someone who is definitely always talking about other people's numbers and how famous he is. And he's just such a big deal. Well, these young ladies were just so, look how they look so excited to talk about this show. And then he shows up and he poo-pooed, he peed, he literally urinated on all of their recapping dreams. Let's take a listen.
I don't have much about Poker Face. I don't. I'm just annoyed. I don't. I really. I'm just like, why are we here right now?
This is the beginning of the live. The live just started. The ladies are there. They're smiling. They're enjoying life in their 50s. They get to go on a YouTube channel with a guy they like and talk to their little friends like Linda Silva and Wendy and Polly. And he's like, I just don't have a Poker Face. I just don't want to do this anymore. People have been waiting for him.
Because he wanted to go live about happily ever after.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. As I get older, I'm realizing time is more precious, as it seems. And I'm like, why are we here right now with 68 people in this chat who barely care? I mean, people in the chat here, you care, but then it's like, you know, you divide that in half, and there's, you know, 38 people that just absolutely don't care.
Poor Wicked. She's like this. I told all my coworkers to tune in tonight at the tax place I work at. I don't know where she works. And Addie's like, this is fun. I turned on my LED lights. And he's like, I can't believe there's only 68 people here.
And I'm sitting here struggling to, I mean, like, you know, I could barely stand the show, and I'm here. Like, why are we here? Why? For this? I don't.
He's having like an existential crisis. Look at his face. And look at right away, Wicked is texting her bestie, just like, this motherfucker done did it again. I took
First of all, I heard you talk about LED lights.
I know. I got my LED lights too. Like, that's why I understand, Addie. We both like our LED lights. You know, it takes a lot to turn all these lights on. And so these ladies show up with notes, going to do all the work for him to watch a show that his dumb friend Angela's on, the husband beater, allegedly. And then he's like, yeah, don't want to. I'd rather sit next to the poopy bathroom Cody just went.
It looks a little bit cleaner in there, though, for some reason.
Well, he's going live now. Mind you, he just got a new laptop from his subscribers, obviously. And now he gets this new laptop, which shows, I think, into the restroom, unfortunately, and the new camera. Because before he was like, I need a new, you know, they all need new laptops. Everyone's got to buy him one. They can't take the money they get from super chats or memberships and actually invest in their channel. They have to do this. So he just gets this new laptop and he's like, I quit.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I liked Happily because it usually focused on OGs, but now it's just all new people, really. Other than Angela and Lauren, there's nothing really old about the show. And
can you imagine being in the audience and it's like,
I like that.
I'm watching.
Just started. The live yes, I'm here. There's 100. Well, granted, I was a little behind when I was filming, so he did start under 100. I did send a screenshot to Busy that had 28 people.
Nobody was in the room.
Because he had Busy, he was very famous for this show, and how dare Busy not know about it? And I was like, here, look it. This is what he's famous for. He's got 28 people.
Nobody was in the room, y'all. Nobody was
there, and he's really mad.
Like them.
I have a lot of notes for it, but again,
in his Trapper Keeper.
This doesn't seem like worth anyone's time right now. It doesn't.
Oh my God, it's so mean. He's so mean to his subscribers.
As a viewer, I'm here to watch you. And then also, you got two girls up. This seems like a waste of time. So stupid. No one cares.
And these women are like, Wicked straightened her bangs. Addie put on a headband. People are in the chat. I mean, like,
these girls took showers.
Yes. Why do they let him be so mean to them and disregard their time and disrespect? But okay. It's
no one cares. I said here, I took notes, but why?
fucked. It's like there's no point. Cody's just gonna shit up the bathroom, and I'm gonna have to smell it for the next hour. And one of the cats puked, and I don't want to do that.
You know, and I put myself here. Aaron, you put yourself here. We all put ourselves open to criticism, and you know, for what? For 80 views and $3 ad revenue. Like, I just feel like all of our time would be better spent elsewhere, to be honest with you. I mean, I could take it like when we're doing Housewives lives and like there's like under 100 people, because like I know that Bravo isn't my go-to. It's not my bread and butter like 90 days. Right. I mean, it used to be, and that's why I still cover it.
Okay.
Also, you have there's no bread, there's no butter.
Bravo was never been a bread and butter for you. You might have joined Cheryl. I don't even think Cheryl would let you join her for the housewife stuff. So don't try to rewrite history, sir.
I get it when like the numbers are low during a Bravo live, because you know I built myself off 90 Day and TLC, so I get that. But
can you say you built yourself if you have nothing to show for?
He did. Just let him feel that way.
If nothing was built. If there's no structure,
that's true. And only 20 people coming.
That's abysmal.
Well, I mean, the show. I mean, even 90 Day, even Happily, I think is starting out relatively slow. I mean, literally, the only people who have been on are Jasmine, Gino, Emily and Kobe, Ed and Liz, a little bit of Ashley and Manuel. And
I love her. She said, "Look, let me tell you what you're not gonna do."
Yep.
No,
you could tell Wicked if you watch her. Watch the woman at the bottom of the screen with the red hair. She's had it. I can't wait for when she's just like, "Fuck this." Dude.
I'm ready for her to tell it all. She has no.
She was like this. She was like,
the people who were there, Kim and Gina, or whoever, that girl was ready. She's reading it off.
Oh,
she looks like she's
early
giving me,
too.
My annual review.
Yes, she does. She's definitely works in HR. She's pissed and she doesn't even stay for the whole life. She's like, I'm gonna go. She's like, I need a bath.
Robinson,
I need to hit the recliner.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Like, you know,
she's just like going live with Nana. It's so cute because she just looks at the chat like, what are they talking about me? They just want to be there for the experience.
I don't know. I just feel like this is a giant waste of time. I do. You know, especially from a business aspect where, 83 now, great.
This is not a business.
83 now. How groundbreaking. Oh, wow. Like more people came to watch me. So amazing. This is so bad.
There's no consistency. Your quality sucks. You basically have random women doing all the work for you. Of course, people aren't going to join in. You say you hate this show.
He's literally talking down to the people who click to watch.
Oh my God.
86 people here.
How many
times
is he gonna quit before he realizes this isn't for you? It's not going down. It's done. Just stop already.
No, I won't say that. We need your train wreck.
Like I'd be making more money collecting cans and making 10 cents off.
He should collect cans. You should pick up the litter too.
And that's like the truth at the moment. So
it's 10 cents in New Jersey.
Well, listen, doesn't he have memberships that are like, you know,
that's 10 cents in New Jersey. It says Hawaii, Iowa, Maine, Massachusetts, New York, and Vermont, 5 cents. And then Michigan is 10 cents. Michigan is giving the girls money, girl. You better start picking up some cans.
Maybe he should move to Michigan.
I used to do this when I was a kid. I don't know if you did. But this is when I realized that my uncle had a alcohol problem, because he would save all of them, and then I would take all of the cans, and then I would use that money. I will put them back because they have the machine, and then you get the cash for it. And that was what I did.
Me and Chell we recycle our cans and we bring it to the place. Chell drops it off, and the money that we get from our cans, we put it in a fund for a vacation. We were like, let's just do it and see how much we can get. I used to do that as a kid too. My parents used to collect cans. Make money any way you can. You gotta get on this, sir. You gotta do better.
It's New Jersey.
Lazy.
One of the ones, because none of these cans say New Jersey.
Yeah, he is depressed, Syracuse, because your wet sock didn't acknowledge his drunken IG.
Put it in the comments. Did y'all collect cans as kids?
Everybody collects cans, and he should be collecting cans. But you know what?
I don't think people in Maryland are.
Bottles.
This is an amazing state, but nobody. I don't think that they do that. Collect can and put it back thing. I think it's only a certain amount of states that do it. You can't
go cash in your cans?
No, I think it's only certain. You know, I thought it was really weird when I moved here, because I grew up doing it. But
so did I.
Yeah, you cannot do that here. It was kind of our way of recycling. But Maryland, I will give them this. It's an amazing state, because we have a compost bin that we put out on Mondays.
We have
so
compost, too.
foods and everything, like we can throw that out. They're really good with recycling and trash. And Tater Bay, he's so amazing. He has notes around on what things can go and what can. Like this is compost. These are recyclables because all our recyclables, it's all odd numbers except in 2, which I think is weird. So anything that has an odd number on it and the number 2, we can recycle. Everything else you can't. And then other stuff is trash. But there are certain states that don't do it. So Maryland, I don't think that those machines are here. You cannot do it. I don't know. Put it in. Put it in the comments.
Money,
in your state, can you collect cans and send it back for money?
I mean, and if he can, he should be doing that already. It shouldn't be something that he's just thinking of today because it's clear you guys need money. You're always begging.
No, he can be doing this. To be honest, and I want people to be very fair. I want this to continue. Okay, send Cody out. Cody should be collecting
He's
cans.
a house husband.
No.
That's what he wants to be.
No, Cody should be collecting cans and putting them away. Let him do this stuff on the internet. This is crazy. Talking down. Can you imagine me coming up in here? I have to talk to you, Joleen, and there's only 20 people on the chat. What are we doing?
Imagine the disrespect. I mean, he continues to be so disrespectful to his audience, his subscribers, his panelists who are supposed to be his friends, who are literally doing all the heavy weight because he's too afraid. He knows he can't carry a live by himself. Yet he's got all this talent, but he's like, I can't do it. I can't do it myself. So disrespectful.
Okay, so these are the states. Fun facts, and this is how I am.
Look at his brother just gives 5 memberships. His weirdo brother's like, here you go. Sorry I called you a homophobic slur.
They say that currently 10 states throughout the United States have a bottle bill. And those are California, Connecticut, Hawaii, Iowa, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan,
what about cans?
New York. Well, I think it's grouped.
So he's in New Jersey. Is Jersey in it?
No. So that's why would he even say that? What, you want me to collect cans?
Because he's a liar. He's a liar.
And that's what I was thinking. Like, why would he even say that? Because I don't. And
yes,
maybe they do. If somebody's in New Jersey,
too much from these 2 idiots.
If somebody's in New Jersey, can you guys let us know? In New Jersey, can you collect bottles and get money back? And
even if you can, he ain't gonna do it.
In Michigan, you get 10 cents. And why in New York you only get 5?
He's not gonna do it.
Tell us. I need both of those questions answered.
Dude,
it is the more you know.
Do you want to hear something crazy?
Go ahead.
On his main channel, Maria and Ann and them are getting more views than he gets on some of his main channel videos. He's given all.
I know that grinds his gears.
It's got to grind his gears. Brooke, I mean,
they're making money lady, hand over fist.
Hand over fist. Even his friends, even Sophie. She gets pretty decent views too. And this guy, this is what he's supposed to be good at. This is his thing, and he can't beat.
86 friends. People here. Oh God.
And they're getting like their members are I think they're probably engaging more because they probably don't talk down. I don't think these women talk down to their members. So again, but it's your fault, you guys. You should.
Some people do like that. You guys are nasty sluts. Some people do like when you talk down to them. Sluts. But some people do like when you talk down to them. Maybe he thought that that's his new market. And why does every state not have this can thing?
Oh my God, we have to drop the can thing because he's not going to do it.
Really
he's not going to do it. He's not going to.
I can't get over it. And I care about. I really do care about the community.
He doesn't, honey. I guarantee they don't even recycle.
I don't think he believes in global warming.
No. And
maybe he does. Maybe he does. Well, no, because
no, he doesn't.
I wonder if they do believe in global warming.
He believes in Donald J. Trump.
When I'm with my husband or my friends and feeling like myself. And for us to be put up and like, look at all the stuff that Addie's gone through because she's my friend and what's happening to her now. And, even Wicked or,
Addie and Wicked are like, we're good. We're just here to talk about the show. You don't need to
Can we get on with the program? Yeah. Look at all of the bullshit you guys have been through. They've been throwing eggs at your house because you know me.
No, we're good. You'll hear Wicked even say, "No, I haven't watched anything. I'm good." Like they're not as obsessed with it as you are, John. You're the only one who's obsessed with this shit. You can't let it go. You love the drama. You say you want it gone, but you won't leave it.
Addie, she had a channel, but she kind of just got it off the ground again. So it's not like Addie's had a channel where she's like, and people's, and certainly Wicked doesn't. And they get attacked, and
it's given he likes Addie more than Wicked because he keeps
so I can
focusing on Addie, and he's like, oh, and Wicked too, maybe.
That he what?
I feel like he is given that he likes Addie more than he likes Wicked because he has so many Addie facts, and he's like, oh, and Wicked too, maybe.
Oh, he loves putting her out there and exploiting and being like, oh, they're so mean to Addie. Oh my God.
It's given that he likes Addie more.
Of course,
Wicked,
he
respect
shits
yourself.
on Wicked. He shits on her like he loves Brooklyn Girl more. He likes Addie more, but Wicked is the one who consistently shows up and delivers. Now, is it entertaining? It's not my cup of tea, but I wish better for this woman because she shows up on panel no matter what. And I do feel bad for her. Yeah, because she enjoys this. This is fun for her. And she's got friends in the chat,
They said Addie buys some game equipment.
Yeah, she does. Yep. Same with moderator.
And gives him a load of money. You got to pay to ride this ride.
But Wicked pays too. Remember, she was the one that was paying, like as she was up on panel, she was donating. But there's just something that he thinks he can continually shit on her, and he really does. And you see it in her face.
Justice for Wicked. Please, you guys put it in the chat. Justice for Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Justice for
Wicked. It made me sad because when she looks at the chat, all like, "Oh, what is everyone saying?" It reminds me of what my mom does, and that's cute. And I think this is fun for her. Like I do. I think she enjoys. It's like a social aspect. And to him, he doesn't care about any of these women. He cares about himself, his addiction, his lies, his grifting. Like he don't care about these women like that. Look at Addie's even like, what is going on? But Wicked looks genuinely.
She looks so sad.
She looks so sad.
But she's like, people's, and certainly Wicked doesn't. And they get attacked, and everybody around me gets attacked, and I'm here for what, 80 free views, so I can make
honestly, I haven't been listening to other channels, so I mean, literally, we've been so busy at work, which is a good thing. That any of the people that I want to listen to, I don't have time to listen to. So
she's like, listen. I do not listen. Like I'm not. He's always trying to bring up this supposed drama that he has, which, like, if anything, the new hags and ex-hags are fighting with each other more than they're fighting about him. Nobody really cares about him other than this stupid court case. So he's always trying to make these women believe that it's everybody else. They're ruining it for us. It's like, no, you're ruining it for them. Yeah. You're ruining it for Wicked and Addie.
Fun. Yeah.
They just want to talk about this damn show. They like it.
I just always kind of set myself to a bunch of standards, which, I've been kind of letting it go as of late because there's been a lot of stuff, behind the scenes going on. But, at some point, you got to say, when do you call a spade a spade? And for me, this is to go through this and get nasty comments and nasty messages and police. And it's not worth it for me. It's not. It used to be, not now.
Ooh, look at Wicked. She looked over the side like,
yeah, because like I'm like literally, Joleen, if I sat here and I was like, well, what's the point of this anymore? Who cares? Because the girls, when I say the girls, and sometimes I like Reddit, sometimes most days I don't. Like 80% of the time I don't like Reddit. The girls, they made up rumors about us fighting. We were not going to be together. Oh, sipandki. But it's like, if I came in one day and was like, well, the people hardly don't like our show and they said our views are down, who cares? Like that is it. Look at and Wicked's like, bitch, I put on the shirt for this.
I know maybe I'm because I have my period, but I feel really bad. When I watched this, I was laughing because he's ridiculous. But the more I look at her face,
she looks sad.
She looks sad, and I feel like he discounts these women who stand by him, and they're so loyal to.
I put on the shirt for this. I logged on. I could be doing so many. Oh damn! I could be doing so many other things.
Yes. She has a whole ass career that she's doing. She probably has a family. And yet here he is always complaining. Wicked, does he ever say, how are you, Wicked? Are you okay? Without it being about him or his drama or people attacking you. Does he ever just ask you about your life? About you as a person? Are you okay? Same thing goes for Addie without you having to give him money or buy him something. I mean, it's gross. It's gross. Yeah. PMR says he doesn't care about his friends, wants or needs. It's all about him. Would be hilarious. I think if he really cares about these women and he's totally done with this, he should give his channel to Addie and Wicked, and they can build it up together. Why not?
I like that idea.
Yeah,
because they want to do this. Well, I say Wicked look mad. I want to send her a super chat. She looks so upset. She looks so mad. Like, girl, you sitting here talking about this, and I'm sitting here with you. Ain't nothing worse than a person who comes on and when you don't have to be. Who said it? Was it Laura? And go away then. You don't have to be here.
No one is. That's the thing. All this whole world, his little community would exist without him because they've all made relationships with each other. So they're not necessarily there for John Yates. They're there because they like Ellie, likes talking to Wicked, likes talking to Tanya, likes talking to Addie. They've created a sense of community, but he can't see outside of himself because he's such a selfish, egotistical
and
prick.
that's unfair for him to be treating those people like that. That's unfair.
It's really shitty.
That's unfair. This is somebody's mother, grandmother, sister, aunt, and here you are telling her, well, this is a waste of time. What, for 86 views? Girl, and to be honest, I don't know what's going on with the lady with the LED lights. If she got those, she probably cares. But Wicked is here to have fun.
She is here to have fun.
Wicked is here
not
to have
asking
fun.
for
And
money.
she don't care how many people watch. I feel like she feels so kind. She'd probably be down there with her notebook, her notepad. And she's like, oh my God, these notes are magnificent today. She'd probably be watching this so excited. Because her notes were on a piece of paper. She's not even writing it into notes or Mac or Word or nothing. She's like this. Yeah, I know that lady's like, I wrote all these 3 pages of stuff, and this is what you give me.
It's horrible. It's freaking. I just think they deserve better.
And I just really have absolutely no interest in talking about this show. Like I don't.
Look at Wicked's face.
Because she's mad. Because she has interest.
Do you guys want to? I'll drop down. I don't know. But it just seems to me like this is kind of like the end of it for me.
Don't you ever get tired, ladies, of him continually quitting and dropping the ball on you and leaving you up there to look disappointed and sad? I mean, look at her. She's just like,
I know, because she's like, I looked forward to this.
I gotta play some sad music underneath because this is just.
She's like, I looked forward to this.
I know.
I waited
it's
all
actually
night.
really
My
fucking
son
sad.
was calling me and he wanted to go out and take me out, and I was like, no, I have this John Yates video. Oh my God, not that one.
Oh, it's so sad. Okay, let's keep going. God.
Yeah, we can talk about P. Diddy. I mean, I don't know anything about him. All I know is that the FBI's raiding his house.
You're a blogger
in Miami and California.
Do some
when the
research.
FBI's there, if nothing's gonna come from that.
Oh, Wicked's got tight lips.
But that's all the information I have on that because I don't follow him. I don't know.
Her lips disappeared. She's so mad.
I don't want to talk about anything. I feel like if I was talking about how much this one sucks and how much this one sucks, and
you are. You're starting that right now.
I probably have like 800 here right now listening.
Okay, sir, you would not. That was a good old.
That's a reach. But I do have a question, and color me confused.
Mm-hmm.
What are those drapes over?
Whose drapes? His?
His, because there's a light shining through, and I think it's outside. But then
No,
there's
I think
drapes.
it's a lamp. I think it's a window, I think, and then there's a lamp next to it, and those are horrendous big lots.
So the lamp is what's bringing the light in? You don't think it's?
You don't understand. Chody went to school for interior design. You don't get it. You don't get it. Busy. We're both really tacky. We don't get it.
Okay.
Listening and grabbing onto their chairs, but since I don't want to do that, it's not who I want to be, and this is definitely
Wicked
not.
is mad, y'all.
She's
Look
mad.
at her face.
It for me. So, sorry. I just don't know what to say.
Something other than that.
Just do your
I
job.
can set up tomorrow's live for Seeking Sister Wives and then set it up, and it'll be like, maybe there'll be 50 people there. Who cares?
Why does he have all his outdoor
And
gear
again,
on?
like, I have myself to.
Is he got?
He is trying to get Mr. Rogers. I'm not sure. It's like, girl, what's this about?
You know what this is? This is the sad grift because his birthday's tomorrow, and
Is
he's
it?
been.
Oh, he's an Aries.
So it makes so much sense. He's been like leading up to this, you know, so it's just like it's not enough you got a computer. He's like, no one's watching me either, so now everyone will have to have a party and cheer him up, and it's look at Wicked's eyes, look at this. I wish I could zoom
She
in.
is mad. When I say I feel so bad for her right now.
When is she gonna just tell him off? It'll feel so good, Wicked, if you can just get it out and be like,
girl,
you take advantage of all of us.
You want me to write it for you? I
write
will
it.
Write it.
Can you improv something she could say?
No.
Right now,
No. But Wicked, if you want me to,
you
I will write it.
selfish mother fudger. How dare you? I put on my good sweatshirt for this shit, you bitch.
Look
you know?
at her. And somebody
look at
said,
Addie.
she got to do it on the air. She got to do it on the air because about any person. Go to his birthday live and do it. Wicked, you deserve more.
You deserve
Look at her
way
face.
more,
She seems so angry. Can you, okay, we're at 4:33. Can you just quickly go back to the beginning? I want to see what she looked like at first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Not this Maya.
Oh my God, let's slow it down. She was so cute. She was so excited. Look at it.
Oh, no, Wicked. No.
Okay,
Maya,
let's watch.
You need your ass beat. You need your ass beat. You need your ass beat done. Look at her face.
And he enjoys this, like getting them to the point where they feel miserable too. Okay, so she's smiling.
Other than the internet thing, how are you?
Oh, she's so happy.
I don't have much of a poker face. I don't. I'm just quiet. I don't. I really.
Yeah. Falling. Okay,
Oh,
I'm just like, why are we here right now?
And look at how many seconds, 13 seconds in, and she went from that, like this, to.
I don't think that stays.
You dick.
Because you thought she wanted to go live about happily ever after.
I think she's still happy. I think
because
maybe a bit in he makes her upset.
We're gonna go live about happily ever after. Come on, let's.
Yeah, she's still happy.
And then he's like.
As I get older, I'm realizing time is more precious.
Also, he's talking about older to women who are like 10 years older than him. And they're like, slow down, 45-year-old. Like, slow your roll, bitch.
As it seems. And I'm like, why are we here right now with 68 people in this chat who barely care? I mean, people in the chat here, you care. But then, you divide that down, there's 38 people that just absolutely don't care. And I'm sitting here struggling to, I could barely stand.
Oh, no. You jerk. No.
You asshole.
No, yeah, you a jerk. You are a jerk. You are a jerk. You cannot rewatch this and not think you're a jerk. You're a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's about to be 12 o'clock.
That's okay. Let's get to
I'm coming, man.
You're not leaving me with this because this is too depressing.
I always say, a leopard doesn't change their spots. And I certainly can't change mine. I can try and be better. I can try to not do this or that, and not say anything, but it's going to happen. It's not good.
You deserve so
I just
much
don't
more.
want to put myself out there for this.
Oh, what? He leave.
So
maybe she is crying.
That's pretty much what I have to say.
Wicked.
Okay.
Well, Nikki, I've been consistent. The only thing I haven't been consistent about was the tell-all.
Nikki, you tell him he has not been consistent. He does not show up for these things regularly. You have not been consistent, sir. At one point, he's like, I've been doing this every Monday for 8 years. Bitch, you have not.
And I had like a full start because I thought someone was going to be on there with me, and then that kind of fell through. So then I was trying to redesign it because I put a lot of stock into it. And yesterday was just Wi-Fi stuff. I couldn't control that. Yeah.
Can you imagine buying him a new laptop and then he gets on the internet and be like, I don't want to do this anymore? I bought you a new laptop.
That's
now you're
why
like,
people call you a scammer and a grifter, because you do this stuff and it's in bad faith. Like it's actually really mean. It is really mean.
I feel so bad for Wicked right now. Like seriously, I feel really, really bad for her. I want to get her an edible arrangement or something.
Well, I think she's gonna say something. Let's see what she says.
Yesterday was just Wi-Fi stuff. I couldn't control that. Yeah. So I feel like I've been pretty consistent.
I just,
What, Wicked? Tell me.
It just, I'm not sure.
Go ahead. You can just be brutally honest. I
know. It's disappointing for, I'll speak for myself, and I know the people in the chat, because, you know, we look forward to, and it's not so much that we're covering the show or whatever. It's just that we're interacting with you. And I don't think the show is that great where we would or wouldn't talk about it, but they enjoy the interaction between us. And the show's just more or less the
vessel on which we get
if you will.
Let me tell you, let me tell you something real quick.
But it is your channel. If you don't want to cover it,
whether this show is good or not, and whether we like the show or not, we like you. And we like bought the community. We here for you, and we want to interact with you. You worried about the wrong stuff, mama. Mm-hmm. You worried about the wrong stuff. Now, was the show good? Was the episode good? No, who cares? At the end of the day, this gives us a connection point with you, and that's what we like. I told my husband I don't even want to sleep with him tonight because I'm on this channel with you. And this is weird. So I'm glad she said something wicked.
Yeah, but she held back. You could tell, though, because he was like, no, be brutally honest. It's like all these people know they have to walk on eggshells because you cannot control your emotions and you're a big baby and you'll drag
now
her.
He went off screen. Wham. Now you off the screen. You said be brutally honest.
He's a bully.
She did.
He is a bully.
You get off the screen. Girl, grow up and grow a pair. That lady said how she feel. You know what? One of the things that people can never say to me because I don't really care anymore. They're like, oh my God, the views you're pulling in, girl. I have truly learned, because if you understood, I get, and this is a bad thing, but I get way more money in just my own busyblu memberships. And I adore and appreciate them more than anybody else, because who cares about the rest of the stuff? The people who love you and support you gonna be there. They're gonna show up. If they're gonna click the link, they're gonna do whatever they need to do to be a part of your life. And if that's where your heart and soul should be. So now you got a person who is a fan of yours, who you've actually now started to make a part of your life, and you sitting here telling her that she's not doing enough. You're a piece of shit. That is a piece of shit. You worried about the wrong stuff, where she's feeling like, I'm someone who finally made it onto the internet, and I'm like really good with the person I really like to watch. And you telling her, oh, this is all for nothing. Bitch, they get my money back in that laptop.
Yeah, seriously, then you should return it. You should do the right thing, because this is just,
that's so sad to watch. That is so sad to watch. Get my money back.
He just shrugged, just like Dee Marie saying. He just shrugged it off like whatever, and then went off camera after she kind of opened up. You can tell she's holding back because she's not dumb. She realizes that if she really lets him have it and lets him know how she feels, he is going to drag her. He'll get all the ladies to drag her, and they've seen it done before. He'll cooch her.
I felt that when she said it, though.
It's not that I don't want.
It's not about the show. I felt every word she was saying.
Yeah.
And as someone who is a content creator, but also someone who loves you, like I love YouTube. Like as someone who watches content, for me to like invest time, money, effort in you is so exciting. I love to see a live pop up. I love to see a video pop up. It's exciting to me. And then I get a chance to actually be on the show and talk with you about this. I don't even care if the show is good or not. I get to talk to you. That's so exciting. And here you are saying, well, why am I here today? Only 63 people are here, and you two raggedy hoes showed up on the live. Like, that's sad to watch. That is sad. That lady probably took notes, and she knew she had it all together. Okay, in the first segment, she probably was so excited.
Yeah, she was. You could tell when she first started the stream.
Girl, smiling from ear to ear.
And now
look, piece of shit, John Gates. I hope somebody's slapping you right now.
Yeah, you're mean.
Or sending the pizza to your house.
That's it.
Okay, well, I mean,
what did he say?
But it is your channel between us, and the show's just more or less the subtopic, if you will. But it is your channel. If you don't want to cover it, then
it's not that I don't want to cover it. I just feel like it's a waste of time. That's it.
Okay, well, I mean,
stand your ground.
You know, and this is how we make our money, right? So if I'm not making money here, then I need to do something else. And And again, I have myself to blame for almost half of it because at the end of the day, I'm the one that reacted. So I can't blame this on anybody else, really. If I never reacted, I'd be
100%.
way better off. But, you know, can't help myself. But I don't know. I just, you know, I don't know. I think that maybe my birthday is hitting me a little harder than most this year because I'm turning 45 and I go from like the 34 to 35 to the 44 box.
You just check out the box.
And now like the 45 box to the 54 box. I'm like, oh my God, like that's, you know, a crazy box to be in. And like,
I felt the same way.
you know, I'm like a stone throw away from getting like senior coffees at McDonald's now. And I don't know.
I mean, it could be worse.
Really?
Like my dad was getting senior coffee when he was your age because he was completely like silver haired. My dad was
but Franca, this shit ages you. Really? Look at the people on YouTube and look how they've aged since they've been on. Okay.
But I'm just saying. Take some antihistamines, John. Make everything brighter.
Someone
well,
just
yeah, you know what? Unfortunately, people on YouTube look how they've aged since they've been on. Okay.
Okay.
But I'm just.
Someone said disappointing. We gotta get good use of the new screen look. Because it
looks the same. It's dingy as fuck in the house. God, it looks the same.
Yeah. Why can't he like wipe the lens?
Take some antihistamines, John. Make everything brighter.
Well, yeah, you know what? Unfortunately, the antihistamines, it just like numbs it. It does. Yeah, you know. But then you have to wake up and get hit with the realization that, like, you know, it is what it is. Right. And I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm not complaining. I'm not anything. I'm just trying to.
You're doing all those things.
Are we sure? Are we sure? I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm just saying. Girl, are we sure?
Soak this all in and realize that this whole John Yates, whatever you want to call it,
Wicked looks like a
I think it's run aground, really. And I had a conversation with a few people about this.
Obviously not Wicked.
Not the people on the screen.
But there's just so many.
And did Andy just leave?
I'm sure.
You're gonna have to do this without me. Get somebody else to do it.
She's like, good luck. I gotta go to a potty.
If it was just talking about these stupid shows, and
it can be,
I could deal with low numbers if that was the case, not getting paid. But then you have all the other stuff on top of it, courts and craziness, and people leaving stuff at your house, and people leaving crazy gifts at your door because it's your birthday in 2 days, and then you open something up and it's nothing that you'd ever want to see in your life. So it's just a lot of that, which I'm not going to give the people.
Right.
Wait. Okay. So this has been happening. He hasn't said anything. What has he gotten?
Well, I want to know what he got. He's not going to say other than he got this laptop. He got a Nintendo for Christmas. He got a bunch of stuff every birthday. Whoa. But apparently now he's going to, I got sent something else and I can't say what it is because I don't want to give them the pleasure. But I got sent. It's like.
What was it? What was it?
Well, tell us.
I want to know. If he's going to know, you can't make accusations and put that out like that and did not say, well, you thought it was a birthday gift, but it wasn't.
He does that all the time.
What was it? I want to know what it was. Tell us what it was.
And also busy. If you want to be a full-time creator and taken seriously, you can't go live every time someone hurts your feelings. You can't go on the attack and get drunk and call people racial slurs or homophobic slurs or be transphobic or this, that, and the other thing. You can't, because that's unprofessional. And
so you only get 60 people in your chat
of being unprofessional, so people know they can't rely on you. You're also very, gross in the way you talk about people. You can't be wishing people dead and wishing people who are in comas, wishing that they die, telling the same sob story over and over about your life. You actually have to talk about the show. You can't tell us about your grandma for the 500th time. You have to do the work. But he don't want to do the work.
I want to know what he was saying. I don't think he was saying anything.
Like Princess says, no one sent him shit.
I don't think he was saying anything. He's just gonna throw that out there and let it. No, girl. As nosy as I am, what they send you? And then, my birthday's coming up and people are sending you things. You think it's something else, but it's not a birthday gift or something. Well, girl, what was it? What was that? What did they send you, Mama? What was in the box?
The people, the attention that they so want by me going live and saying I got this sent to me for my birthday, and I don't care. It just. It is what it is.
And what is it?
And it's not worth this to me. It's just not. So
So get up there. Now. Are you finishing this video? Because I have to hop off.
Dissect everything I have to say.
I'm not finishing it
for the next, 15 years because that's how long my show lasts.
I'll just speed it up a little. We'll listen for a couple more minutes and then we'll.
I plan on doing Sticky Sister Live tomorrow night, but now I don't care. What's the point? Like, we had that good Scottish.
All the stuff that I said we were going to do together, none of that.
Controversial like me. So I figured that might turn some heads, but nobody cared. And like, again, he's been off for a while. It wasn't like really cutting edge shit that I was giving I just figured but I've been at this for a long time. So I could kind of gauge in my head after a decade of doing lives and interviews and recaps and whatever, where things may fall. And everything's been, so I think it's my fault. I can't blame anybody but myself at the end of the day. I let them push my buttons and I reacted. So it's my fault. It's completely 100% my fault.
Okay.
I just want to say this before I end this live. Back when I started YouTube, I'm going to smoke a cigarette while I tell this story away from my computer.
He's so unprofessional. It's so gross. Lisa, thank you for becoming a member.
Thank you, Lisa. It was me, the only YouTubers, and I had never gone on YouTube.
This is where he's going to say,
I had only gone
it's only him, Cheryl. Do you know that him, Cheryl, and Monica started YouTube? There was no one else.
YouTube to post my IG.
And that's not true.
Somebody told me back in 2016 that I could make money off of these videos. I'd be like, you're crazy. I'm like, look at all those IG lives I did between 2016 and 2020, all gratis, all for nothing. Just to get my name mentioned and get maybe get written in an article somewhere where, according to dumb nurses, they don't pay you $500 per article.
Dumb nurses.
That's like networking, getting yourself out there and blah. But I didn't know about YouTube until really Monica and Sherelle kind of told me about it, because at that time when we were still in the motel homeless, is when I kind of became, I was friends with Monica for a long time, but
look at
kind of talked to Monica for a bit.
Story again.
Kind of reached out to Monica again, and then Sherelle was a new friend at the time, and both of them convinced me, rightfully so, and I think that they did, that I go on YouTube because
Cheryl wasn't making money like that back then. She was doing Big Brother.
Oh my God, finally a way I could actually make money off of this. This is crazy. I've been doing this for years, and at that point, I've been doing it for 6 years, and as a hobby that you get your ass handed to you every day. So I was like, oh wow, okay, I could finally get paid. And to Sherelle and Monica's credit, they got me on the YouTube streets, and I started finally making money and actually feeling like I was doing something that I was supposed to do. Like my art was in it, because the teaching didn't work and this, that, and the other, but whatever. So
everybody take a nap
on there, and me, Monica, and Sherelle at the time were three gossip bloggers, right? And we were all good friends. We should not have been helping each other. We're all the competition in our own eyes, right? So the fact that they did go so far as to help me get on YouTube on their platform, mind you. Well, Monica started kind of the same time as me, but Sherelle had already been there. But on their platform was wow, thank you so much. And then so for a while, I had my channel. Monica did her thing, Sherelle did her thing, whatever. We were all, and there were other people involved. But those going back to the old YouTube days, those are the three channels I think of: mine, Sherelle, and Monica. And then, as channels grow, as they do, you get fights between creators,
right?
Which is always going to happen, especially when you're sharing subs, because, if a sub's in that chat and not in your chat, but you brought that sub there and this, that, and the other, then you're mad. And it's just it's always a slippery slope.
She's minding her dad.
That's fine. That comes with the territory. But then people on YouTube, moderators of my streams, moderators of other people's streams, then they started their own YouTube channels to talk about the people they were supporting, and then they all started making money off of YouTube.
I think Wicked fell asleep.
And then meanwhile we're getting blamed for I'm having my hands fight all my battles for me. Remember that? For how many years I go through that? John has all these people fight his battles for him, like the nurse or the defendant or the turkey teeth, and I got blamed for it. I said I can't control these people, y'all. And when I did try to have a little bit or some light control of it, with the whole cooch thing with Heidi, look what happened, blew up in my face, trying to help people. It didn't matter. So then more people, more subs and more moderators and more members started their own YouTube channels. So you have YouTube channels based off of 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 YouTube channels. Okay, so now you have subs and subs and subs and subs and subs, all with their paid, monetized YouTube channels, just going after whoever they can. So more people will listen there. And I'm saying it all the time. I'm saying look, all these people are the ones fighting, and they're still fighting, and now they're on their channels and they're getting paid to fight. But it was my fault, right? But that's forgotten about. But that's all forgotten about. How I was running this hag army of assassins.
Not the hag army of assassins.
Having people call people's jobs, having people call people's families, I had nothing to do with anything. I already know because these people couldn't help themselves. And now you have more mods and more subs, and now everyone on YouTube has their own channel and can speak on their own subs, their own members, or like whoever. And YouTube is just an ugly, dirty, nasty ass place. And circling back to my original point, I miss the old days of when it was just me, Monica, and Sherelle. But this is how this works, and then people see me making money. Instagram blogger, or whatever you want to call me, or a Twitter poster, or whatever.
Those are the only people on YouTube.
And,
apparently,
you know, he's making money, so why can't we just go live and talk about them? And sure enough, that'll work for them. And I mean, the amount of people who have their own channel and and now from the original three of us, me, Sherelle, and Monica, it's just
when did they become OGs?
Because it shows that you don't need to have any type of talent or tact or class,
clearly,
or education or intelligence or beauty, inside or out, to do this. All it takes is just a miserable person with an internet connection to go on YouTube and make people's lives living hell. And that's where it is right now. And that's where, you know, the money pays. And it's just not for me anymore. And to come into this live and see, like, you know, I start this live and there's 18 people in the chat, and I'm like, why am I here? Why? You only cared when I was at Angela's house breaking that news, and look at all the thanks I got for that, right? So
I mean, on the bright side, you got a new computer out of it.
God, shut up.
Which makes me feel even more horrible because I know he's doing this.
Turn this off. We're done.
I think she said that so that he remembered, like, bitch, you got a new computer out of it. So maybe you could be better. And he's like, you shouldn't have mentioned that.
Oh, it's...
You know, I don't know anymore, guys. I'm just being honest.
Wicked rolled her eyes.
But I don't know. You know, and for everybody else, yeah, Nikki, that's not a compliment. It's not a compliment saying it's 129 people here. When there could be 800 people live watching me, no matter what I went live about. And again, my fault. I mean, I only have myself to thank. It's my fault. But I'm just embarrassing myself further by continuing on trying to be the person that I was maybe a few years ago, or the person that people think I could still be. And that person is drowned and dead.
Busy just left.
Not the same person that's here now. It's just too much shit has happened. And
look what you did.
It is what it is.
You made Busy leave. All right, I'm not finishing this by myself because this shit is too depressing. You guys, justice for Wicked, justice for Addie. You ladies deserve so much better. Dude is trash for doing that to you. So rude, such a bully. Here he's back. Oh, look who's back. I said, I am not finishing that by myself. We are done.
Yeah, no, I lost internet connection. I had to connect to the other.
Oh, okay. I was like, Busy left. I was like, John, you made Busy leave. So I'm just gonna post the whole thing for our members. So if you're on any tier of membership, you'll have access to that. As soon as I get off of here, I'll have it. So if you guys want to rewatch and relive that sadness, but what do you think, Biz?
Jail, all of them.
Well, the court got postponed again, I think.
That's what I heard, yeah.
It's like, it's just be over with already. I don't even care about that thing no more.
I saw that they're now doing videos, and the other lady, they're showing their faces, like, solely, like putting their faces on live now.
Oh, yeah. They put their faces out there, yeah.
Jail, both of them. I saw the last video. It's giving jail, both of them.
Oh, you missed where he said that he was quitting when he asked for the laptop. Oh, did he say that? It was 15 seconds. Let me look.
I gotta go.
All right, it'll be available on members. I can't watch that. It's too sad.
It was sad. That was sad.
All right, Busy. You guys have been amazing. We appreciate you. Okay. And shout out to our super chatters today. Short Stack, Kimmy. Thank you to our 2 new members, Carolyn and Lisa. Thank you to those of you who hit us up on the Cash App. Shout out to our members. We love and appreciate you and everyone who joined in the live chat, even if there was only 80 of you. I would be
Oh,
grateful.
so horrible. The numbers, abysmal.
Horrible. All right, close us out, Biz.
We love each and every one of you. Happy Tuesday. And remember that